This is gonna go live, so I have to on this session talk about it because Living Room Heroes came in the mail today, and I'm so excited. I just wanted to share the RPG. Now
Wow.
I know it's looking good, right, man?
Wow.
I'm so excited. It turned out really good. Like it looks fucking great.
It does.
I'm like a
It
little
really does.
surprised.
Yeah.
Um,
Congrats.
yeah, thanks, man. It's a long journey, but I'm very excited to finally have this. And soon, Chris, you will have yours in your hand, and so will you, Pete. Um,
I'll be sending mine back so you can sign it and then post it back to me.
that would be so annoying. You want me to fucking just sign it? I'll just send it to you signed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
please.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Save on shipping. I'll just pick mine up, and then you can use that money towards sending yours to him.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, so we gotta kind of get into what happened last time because it was an interesting circumstance.
By the way, salut. As it's my last birthday drink at 2 minutes to 12. So there's my last shot of vodka.
Happy
Happy
birthday!
Salut.
It's three. Oh, I have 3 minutes here, so if you drink fast, you might get more than one.
Yeah.
I've only got one shot of rum left, so
I finished my Captain Morgan's and I went on to the vodka.
So last session began. Let me get the music right here. But last session began with the group of you surrounded by blood and gore from the gnolls, ogres, and few hobgoblins that you had ruthlessly murdered after invading their peaceful home. That's what happened, right? That's a pretty accurate description of.
That's
Those
how I
were
describe it.
hobgoblins? Is that what I was calling the halitosis goblins?
Like they're just living out here in the middle of this forest, keeping to themselves, and you just kick in the doors and murder them all and take their stuff. Sounds like
Yeah.
a couple murder hobos here. But anyway, yes, you were surrounded by all of the dead from a massive battle that you had against the forces of darkness in the first level of the Temple of Elemental Evil. And after the battle was over and you had a bit of time to kind of collect yourselves, you started to take account of what was around you. And there were numerous rooms and possibilities available to you. And as you are sort of discussing and thinking about that, a large force began to move towards you. And mostly they were human guards, and there was a man amongst them who appeared to be their leader, a man wielding a mace with a stern and extreme look on his face, armored and wearing a triangular holy symbol hanging from his neck, one that the religious amongst you recognized as a symbol of earth. And without much preemption, Grayash blasted them all with a lightning bolt. And chaos ensued. Quickly, a battle began. And JB's Jolly Bandits took no prisoners as you ended up pushing further and further and further in, chasing down one after another of these men who had given themselves over to the evil elemental power of Earth. Because when I think of evil elementals, I think of Earth. And after dispatching numerous guards who protected this priest, this leader, from your blades and spells, you pushed down into a hallway where you could see a bit more happening. looked like you kind of were moving deeper into the temple's areas that perhaps these earth followers, these brown robed earth followers, are call their base. And eventually you moved down this hallway, or you got to this hallway, and there were at the end of the hallway a number of men with javelins ready to take you out at the end of the hallway. And you were pushing forward. And that is where we left off. Did I miss anything?
Nah,
I don't think
Sounds
so.
about right, right?
I'd say that was a really good recap, concise.
Concise. All right, so why don't we go ahead and start from there with declarations. Can
Fucking
anybody
love it.
remember where you... By the way, Chris, you are on this chat twice. Which one are you actually speaking from?
When I speak from this one, I'm smoking. When I speak from the other one, I'm not smoking.
That is so weird.
Can't smoke in the house, so when he's not at his computer, he's on his mobile.
Yes, yes.
Unweirded.
Well, I mean, it's still weird. It's Chris is involved. So there... You know I love you, buddy.
I know you do, bro.
So the group of you stand there, moving forward. I believe that Tuctrin was near the front. I know that Roland was near the front. But kind of describe where you are. Where are you positioned, each and every one of you?
So
Maybe
I'm up near the end of the, like, where just the light is starting to peek through. I was going up that way because that group had run, and I was waiting because Carcass was catching up, or I mean Roland was catching up with me, and then I guess everybody else was coming behind.
Yeah, I had got up there with Tuctrin. I was wearing my cloak of invisibility.
Cloak of invisibility.
I mean, that's what I got.
So are you like in the... Because you had blasted... Tuctrin had blasted a bunch of them with a rock blast, and the group of you had kind of moved up there. But had you kind of come around that corner, or were you just sort of peeking around that corner at this point?
I believe we were peeking, and they hadn't seen us yet.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong on that, but I think
I
that's
remember
what
it's slightly different. But
No,
yeah, I could be
no. From what I remember is we were running down that hallway because we saw them running away, and then we stopped once they went around the corner. So we know there's a whole group of them there, but we
Yes,
never
you're
made
correct.
it to the corner, and that's where we stopped.
In my mind, I'd gone round the corner and seen them, and then ducked back.
I know I described them with the
Yeah?
javelin, so you had to have
Does
seen
anybody
them
want
because-
to know my
so-
mind?
Yeah.
Yes, let us know your mind.
So, according to, by my recollection, we were all in this room for the most part. Grey Ash was out here somewhere. I was stood right behind Roland here, stabbing some dude. And then the enemy was
You called me a
roughly
murderer.
there. Like, they were all stood there with javelins aiming down the hall, ready to pelt us as we were stood in here, finishing off their comrades. That's my recollection. So everybody's got a different memory.
Now, I am certain that the guards were further down the hallway. So they're they're like more towards... You can see that there's a room basically up, like, down the hallway. And they're essentially standing astride the hallway and kind of blocking entrance to that room. You can see beyond the men with the javelins, because remember the ceilings here are 17 feet tall. They go in an arch point, a pointed arch. And at the peak is 17 feet.
Yeah.
You can see that, or I should say Roland, who looked around the corner at very least, and whoever else wanted to kind of take a peek. Maybe JB probably got a look too, because he's kind of like invisible around the corner.
Yeah.
You can see the javelin wielders, but also behind them, there's a you kind of get a glance. Maybe there's a table or something back there, because you can see that the priest has leapt up on top of the table there, and he's issuing orders down to his men, and he seems engaged as well. So let's do declarations then. I think we've kind of got everybody where they are and stuff.
Okay. Can you hear me? I'm back on my
Yep.
computer.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just trying to find the map. There it is.
So there's a distance of about 30 feet between the slight turn that heads to the north and where the guys begin.
I declare to step out with my shield, block the corridor as much as possible, and take any incoming hits or throws or damage or javelins while the casters sort the shit out. Give the casters chance to cast. I can stand there and look at them as if to say, I'm going to fucking kill you.
All right, so that's what Roland Raven's blood will do. What about, let's go around here. We'll go to David. What's Grey Ash up to?
Good question.
Remember, I have kicked over a table, at least half.
Cast lightning bolt again.
Well, the table, Chris, any table, there's not a table in the, like, it's down the hallway. Now, you can grab the table from the other room.
Nah, fuck that then.
Yeah, you can do that. That's totally, yeah, you know what, that's actually what, now it's coming back to me. You did say you were going to grab that table and use it, like, as a shield to run down the hallway. It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah. I'm trying to just make them shoot at me while the casters just fucking cane the fuck out of them, hopefully. Because I'm looking quite healthy and I've got my good AC. I should be at the front getting shot at.
Okay, so, like, God, like, Roland is bulging with muscles. And so it's not a problem at all for Roland to pick up the table. But it's weird and long and bulky. So it would be better if you're going to try to push down the hallway to have somebody on the other side of it, because it's like a big, heavy ass, like, like rustic farmhouse.
In that case, I just kick it up so it's half over, so I get half cover on my legs. I can stand there with my shield, blocking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be IKEA, is it? Fucking hell. Yeah.
Tarkus is like 7 feet tall.
Oh,
I still have a strength spell on me.
Does it make you taller? I think it should.
I mean, it makes me bulk up, so
I like it.
I'm
being
going to go with
bit
taller.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Makes it more fun.
I look like fucking He-Man at the minute. Except I'm wearing more clothes.
You're wearing more clothes than He-Man.
One would hope.
I took that 20 burn, but other than that, I'm still alive.
So if Roland reaches to lift the table, then I'll take the other side of it and lift.
Oh. Are you cool with that, Roland?
Yeah, I'll just follow. I totally implicitly trust the priest.
All right, what's Tuckturn doing?
Fucking hell. If he was to say, just run down there now, full on, you'll be safe, I would.
I mean, it's a good plan. I mean, I think we need to, I like the door idea, or the table. So I'll just follow them and, like, hopefully I can see over the table.
Or under it.
Yeah.
You probably won't see over the table, being real. But
Right. So I have full cover, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they don't see me behind the table, and I'll surprise them with my
might
axes.
see those little dwarven toes and the little dwarven boot feet like running
Yeah,
underneath.
but they're not going to
Maybe.
They're not going to. They're going to have to get through that.
No, I
table.
like this plan. Let's grab the table.
I'm giving
let's
everybody a
run with it,
minus 8
crash
to
in.
hit you on this. On these. So, I mean, you
Let's
have
do this.
very good cover. You have pretty much. It's not entirely full cover because you're kind of moving, and it's just weird. It's like it's not easy to like
Right.
run down a hallway with a table in your arms and
Just
be
imagine
perfect
it.
about it.
Well, at least carrying this table, we're about the same movement as Tuckturn now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I can imagine, Mark. They're going to fire it. Or
We like this plan.
Bing, bing,
All right,
bing.
Jay Backstab, what's going on?
Okay, so you said that we had the guards and there was a priest or a wizard who was with them?
Yeah, it's a certain. I mean, maybe to JB's experience, it could be a priest or a wizard, but
He's just some dude in robes.
he has a guy in brown robes. He's got this triangular like symbol hanging from around his neck, a mace in one hand, and he's standing on the table, issuing orders. So he's still like a couple feet, a few feet above everybody else.
All
so
right,
everybody can see him.
I'm gonna take a shot at him since I got my invisible hood on. I'm hoping that I can at least get one shot off before he sees me, or maybe he can see me.
Yes. Okay.
magical.
Let's have a quick, brief discussion about this before we move beyond this. Chris, Dom, I sort of consider you my two other. I don't know. Actually, Luke, I don't know how much you know about 2E, but Chris and Dom, I sort of think
a lot
of you
about
as
2E.
Okay, the three of you. Anybody chime in on this then? Can you backstab with a missile weapon, in your opinion?
No.
It's in 2E. No.
I mean, I wasn't looking at backstab. I was just looking to maybe get like a surprise attack where he doesn't see
Right.
it coming.
But
You weren't asking that. I'm
okay.
I'm considering it.
But I'm a huge fan of house ruling,
Mhm.
and in second edition, you get like one backstab. Then they know you're there, and you're not backstabbing anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like with 5e where you go, I have advantage, I can backstab you. I have advantage, I can backstab you. Because it's not weak spot. It's literally like backstab from being hidden and nobody knows you're there.
Mhm.
So unless you're gone for a few rounds and you come back, once people are kind of engaged in combat, backstab kind of isn't a thing. So I always house ruled it, is that if you had some way of being completely invisible, undetectable, everybody fails any rolls they need to make. Like if there had been rolls made or magic used, then why not? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
yeah, that's kind of what I was
you-
like. My logic
Yeah.
of thinking of it, thinking of it in the reality we are creating in this game, is like this guy's like literally giving out orders, and then it's almost like all of a sudden this arrow just comes out of nowhere.
right.
You know what I mean?
Well, well, the other way I look at it, Rob, is not just from like a trying to make it realistic, because like realistically, why couldn't you? But my thing is that like from a perspective of fun, right? When I'm running a game, because I've only ever played like a rogue like one time, but like from a perspective of fun, you're a rogue. What can you do? You have some thieving skills and you got backstab. That's what you got, right? So if you can't realistically ever use it, because backstab is very hard to actually get off in most situations in 2E. That if you have the ability to do it and be unseen and attack someone, I'm just, like if you were up top on a cliff and pushed a rock on someone as a rogue, I'd be like, maybe you just timed it better than everybody else. Backstab. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like they just don't get to use it very often. It's like a key ability for the class. So like I think that kind of keeps the fun in the class. Does that make sense?
what do you think, Chris?
I was gonna say, where I'm at is I agree with a lot of what Dom said, but my proviso is I would allow. See, if you're completely invisible and you shoot at somebody, the way I'd go is if you're wherever you are, the other person's only going to get their AC from their armor. They're not going to get dex. They're not going to get anything else. You're going to have ambush on them.
No shield bonus.
No shield bonus, right? But for the sake of the rogue, because I do agree that they don't get opportunity to backstab. I mean, people forget the movement rates, right? The actual rules of the game is he could skip over us, run ahead 120 foot. He can run 120 foot in a round. We're moving at 30. Run up into the room, not be seen, wait for the combat to start, then stab one. But if he wants to shoot now, I'd just give him the +4 to hit, but I wouldn't be giving him, and I'd be giving him the AC thing, but I wouldn't be giving him the double damage and stuff like that. No, I wouldn't. But I don't know what I love. I love all the players. It's just how I am. Logistically. But I do
I can be
agree.
a horse in this race, whatever y'all
Partially.
decide on.
With Dom, the opportunity to use it is limited.
I'm torn.
So there's my view. So you have to.
A rogue's backstab ability is, knowledge of human anatomy. The assassin within them is able to get shots in from the back, go for the neck, go for the kidneys, go for those weak spots.
Mm-hmm.
With a bow, you don't really have that. It's a ranged attack unless you're extremely skilled at throwing knives.
What about if we call it? It's a possibility, but you got to do caution.
What about you pick one or the other?
I'm very
Yeah,
happy, honestly, with they might not see me, but they know we're there, so a backstab probably wouldn't work. But a surprise attack would probably be appropriate because they're not expecting to see an arrow come out of literally nowhere.
Remember, in surprise, we only get +2 ever. Right. So
like
what
the
I'm
cold
suggesting
shot.
is you get another +2 on top of that.
So if we
Or-
did the called shot thing, what it would be is you could do it would count as a backstab, but you'd be -4 to hit. But then that kind of
Yeah.
that thing that I was talking about, where you end up like you're thinking of it like you're aiming from a place of total concealment, you're aiming at a vital. Like, and I think that
Okay.
that I like that. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
I'm gonna
trading
roll
your sneak
Okay.
attack bonus to hit for the chance to do like an actual
times 3.
backstab.
Yeah.
But because you're completely unseen and invisible, then they still don't get any of the dex bonus because they won't see, question mark. They
Yeah,
won't
but
know,
you
they won't know
get
you're
the cold
drawing
attack,
that, though. So,
cancelling
you
out
get the
slightly.
call,
That
so
would be
the
that would be the
-4
accurate
+4,
ruling.
it'd balance out.
Yeah, that would be the accurate ruling. The accurate ruling would be that they wouldn't get their AC, but they would get that other thing, the other bonus. So yeah, it'd be weird.
They'd get the cold
So
shot
it-
bonus of technically +4 to their AC because it's a cold shot, but they'd get all the minuses of less dex, less shield.
Right, but they would get all
Kind of
those
balances.
minuses anyway.
Yeah.
So like I guess what I'm saying is it's exactly like what are you saying that there's additional negative modifiers for missile fire versus using a melee weapon? It's the same effectively the
so.
same AC, right?
I do get a +2 because of my dexterity. Only thing I can think of right now.
More talking about.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm following.
All right, here's
but
what we're
I
gonna
think
do.
I'm
For
confused.
now,
what's going on
no
here.
backstabs with missile weapons. We'll worry about it in the in a future session. But I do think there's a good discussion here, and we can maybe tweak it or figure it out somewhere down the line. We'll say for now, no backstab, but you can do a I'm not gonna give you an ambush round, but you can definitely you'll be attacking from, hidden
Concealed.
bases.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Tarkus and Tarkus and Roland are carrying the table. Tuctrin's running behind the table, just using movement as of now. Gray Ash is what?
How many are in there? Do I know? Enemies?
I mean, it's really hard to see when you have a lot of people like all in a crowd, but there's several. There's like more than 5 or 6.
Okay. I'm going to try and cast a scroll, and it's going to be annoyingly complicated, like everything my character does. That's what I'm going to be doing.
All right. So I got everybody. Let's go ahead and David, since I'm already talking with you, why don't you go ahead and roll our first group initiative for the night?
D10.
Come on, me baby.
4.
Not bad.
It's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
We're 7 then, guys. Miscellaneous moves.
Yeah.
As we
Then
stand
we'll-
up the corridor.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So you rolled a 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7.
Table moves.
Yeah, the table's going running down the thing. And you go, JB, as well.
I go as well.
All right. So go ahead and take your shot.
Okay.
Love it.
Aiming at this guy.
Come on, JB.
Hit well. Hit well. Hit well. Hit well. That is a 17. I will hit an AC of 0 straight up. So with my +2, I've hit an AC of -2.
Yeah. You're gonna hit him. All right. So the Okay. All right. So the arrow goes. It appears almost out of nowhere, and all of you then quickly recognize JB, and the arrow goes flying over your heads and splashes into the man who's standing upon the table, who incredulously looks down at the arrow sticking out of him. Roll damage.
8.
All right, that's a pretty good damage. Okay.
Need to
Better
get
than
the
rolling a
rogue
20 and
combo.
rolling a 1.
You dare injure me? You will pay for your insolence. Guards attack! All right, so that was also at 7. So now Tarkus, Tuctrin, and Tarkus, Roland, and Tuctrin, you're all pushing down the hallway, and the I mean, like, you run down the hallway, and you actually beat them with initiative. So technically speaking, they don't really even throw a javelin. So you go
Funny.
rushing down, like, and rushing into their midst. So are you trying to, like, what are you doing with the table? They're at the other end.
Just smash it into the nearest fucker. I do.
Yeah, I mean, the table's big. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Play out.
probably a good 8 feet wide, and the hallway's 10 feet wide. So it's like, you want to try to plow into them?
Play the nearest fucking American
Yeah,
football.
just
level.
run them over.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Rugby.
Go ahead and, like, roll to hit, and just give yourself your strength bonus, of course.
Both of us
We're
will
gonna
just
see what's
one.
gonna happen.
Do you want to use your strength bonus then and just? I'll be rolling once or twice. What's happening?
I need to double check what my strength bonus is at the moment.
I'll roll for me anyway while we're waiting.
So what I'm doing is, because obviously they're the ones pushing the table, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
They're pushing the table, and I'm waiting for them to, like, they're gonna slam into him with the table, and then I'm gonna pop out from being hidden and attack.
I thought that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
That's what I was anticipating.
because, like, I'm hoping they don't see me and I can catch them off guard.
All right, I rolled a 7.
Surprise dwarf attack.
Yeah,
Plus 2,
but they can
9.
smell you because you're.
I rolled a 7 plus 1, 8.
What did you roll,
So-
Chris?
7 plus 2, 9.
All right, so you basically plow into each other, and it's a stalemate. Like,
Yeah,
you
okay.
crush into them, and they, like, you hear them like, "Steady yourselves!" He's like, you hit the man. "Steady yourselves! Push them back!" And the men, like, kind of gird themselves for your hit, and they do. Like, they sort of effectively block you, and you're just at this, like, stalemate right at the end of the table, right at the end of the hallway there. And I'll kind of, do a little ping on there. But you moved about 30 feet down the hallway. That's at 7. 8.
That's
Doctor
me.
ankles.
9.
8.
8. Go ahead.
8. I cast a scroll from my bag. It's got a fucking wall of text. But fuck's sake. Do owlbears have 5 hit dice or 7 hit dice? It's like 5 plus 2. I don't know what that means.
It means it.
They add 2
5
per roll.
Yeah, it's not 7. It's 5 plus.
Okay, it's 5.
So every time they roll a
Okay.
D8, they add 2. Because hit dice is a D8.
Hmm.
That's
So I'm
actually not.
casting-
That's actually not correct. They don't add
Yeah.
plus 2 to every hit die. They just
Oh,
add
the last one.
1 plus 2,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is so
that is-
stupid if you ask me. But
Yeah,
whatever.
that is actually true, actually.
I'm casting shadow monsters from a scroll to summon a shadow owlbear behind the priest. And it's like fucking the most complicated spell. I tried to paste it into chat and it says your message is too long. The spell description.
What spell? What book is it in?
Chop it in
Um,
half.
uh,
Half and half.
Apparently it's too long for Discord as well.
Drop it in
Um,
Discord,
you know
it'll
what-
become a text file.
What? Yeah, what book is it in? I'll
Let
look
me
it up right now.
check.
It's probably
Shadow
like
Mon-
spells and magic or something.
Shadow Monsters Widow spell. It's from the Player's Handbook, page 207.
Oh, okay. Wow. What level spell is it?
It is a 4th level spell.
Shadow monster. Wow. Holy crap! This is a long descriptor. All right, all shadow monsters created by one spell must be same sword. Actual hit dice 20% of the hit point total would normally have. Determine this roll appropriate hit dice multiplied by hit points by 0.2. This is stupid. Any
We've got the
remainder is
con-
less than
oh.
0.4 is dropped in the case of monster with one or fewer hit dice. In the case of monster not created in skull's prune form, one round up to 1 hit point. Those viewing the shadow monsters are allowed to disbelieve them per the normal illusions. All those -2 penalty attempt. The shadow monster perform as a real monster for vector armor class. Blah 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 blah. Those roll see the shadow monsters transparent images of present vague shadow forms. Use armor class 10. Reflect.
I'm sorry, Rob.
No, this is fine. This is cool. This is D&D, dude. Monster strikes with 2 claw attacks and 1 bite. Hitting is 7 hit dice mod 3 attacks. Hit normal dice roll mod by 0.2 separately, rounded up or down, added together. Total damage. Thus the attacks are 4.11. 4 point damage inflicted. Some blah 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 blah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So your shadow monster. I mean, all of you see this enormous shadow up here, crazy looking shape. Now, is it actually a shadow or does it look like the monster?
I think it looks like the monster. Looks like
Okay,
an owlbear to anyone that thinks it's an owlbear.
They're allowed to disbelieve per normal illusion, so it doesn't automatically, you don't automatically get a disbelief. You have to choose to not believe it in order to get a disbelief.
And they're in a temple, so not believing is not an option.
Funny. I don't know. Like you've never been into a church. So
Hey,
I don't know. I've seen some husky church ladies that could have been owlbears in hats.
Yeah. The owlbear gets like
just to be
three
fair.
This is
attacks
Just to be fair.
around.
This is
Or claw
true.
bite.
all right, so this owl bear basically like appears out of a puff of smoke and magical energy crackling behind the priest, who doesn't obviously seem to really notice it until it roars. Now go ahead and you get to attack with it in the first round. Summon monsters attack in the first round.
Okay. So this thing has a THAC of 15. Which is way better than me. Let's see. It says claw, bite, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first claw is a 17 on the dice. Should assume hits with THAC of 15.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
-2.
Second one is a 9 on the dice. Don't know what that is.
6
9.
AC. 6 AC.
6 AC.
Eh?
Um,
Okay.
And the third one's in that 20 on the bite.
Oh, the bite.
So it's
One
I
claw,
believe
one
this
bite.
hit. Second attack against the priest.
Yeah, go
Was
ahead
it
and roll.
6 AC, was it?
No, not AC. You did not hit him in AC 6.
Okay, it says 1d6 for the first claw, which is a 5. Then you have to math that shit. And then it's 2d12, I guess, for the crit.
Well, 5 is 1 point of damage, and then 2d12.
2d12. Do I even have a d12? Nothing. I do have a d12. That is a thing.
My favorite die, the d12.
The most imperial of all the dice.
13 damage from the bite before the math.
How much?
13 before math.
13 times 0.2. I mean, like, God, I swear these old school games, they just do that shit all the time, and I love it.
0.2 damage is so.
I know, it's like so dumb. It's like, what are they doing? All right, so the bite does 3, and the claw does 1. So it's just 4 points of damage, but the thing is like ripping and clawing at him.
Yeah. It's a distraction at least.
How dare you bring such beasts into my own home?
Drama queen much?
He says, men, kill this beast. All right, so that was at 8. 9.
You
Tuckrin,
just
where
told
do
the
you
men
go,
to kill your
Tuckrin?
mother.
What's Tuckrin?
We rolled a 4, so I go on 11.
All right. That was 9, 10. Anybody before 11? All right, go ahead, Tuckrin.
Okay, so I'm gonna leap over the table and start attacking those guys in front of us.
All right. So, yeah, essentially you're leaping over the table and jumping into the midst of all of these guys, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Go ahead and yeah, there's just like this mass of humanity below you, and from up there you're able to see as you rush up. There's a total of 8 guards in this area, and it looked like there's a whole. Now that you're kind of up there in the front. In fact, let me open up the map a little bit more. But now that you're up there in the front, you can see that that they had like literally each of them had 2 each of them had 2 javelins, and they were like kind of like all lined up there, like ready to just like unleash hell. But you're able to see in there a little bit more now because you're a little further in. And it looks like it's like sort of a let's see here. Let me get the description on here. All right, so
2 beds and a table is the saddest bedroom ever.
You know the priest's room's off to the left.
all right, so you can't really tell what the what this room was before, but there are a couple of beds lying on the floor there, and it is lit by torchlight. There's and obviously there's a table there kind of in the center of the area, and with 2 benches at the let's see here. Actually, there's a lantern hanging down. And there's an open. You see an open. It just basically looks like a basic living quarters. Things are a bit scattered around now, obviously, because there's a whole bunch of people there. But you leap into this group of 8 men, and go ahead and let's see what happens.
All right. Natural 20
Oh shit!
Nice.
on my first attack. I would like you to know, Rob, I'm using Mike's dice.
Oh,
I broke out his dragon dice box.
oh, that makes me happy and sad at the same time.
Well, my dice were sucking for so long, I had to make it swap. Okay.
Yeah,
so
from the great beyond, Mike has bestowed upon you a nat 20 for your first roll of the night. That's a good sign.
Blessing and thanks to the mic.
13 plus 7, 20 damage on the first
Jesus.
attack.
All right, so the first guy basically explodes when you hit him with your axe. And you kind of leap over it, and they're all like looking at, like, you see them, they all turn towards you, and they're like, and
Yeah.
you through the static and rage and the sound, you pretty fairly sure that you can see like one of the guards' mouth, what the fuck, as you and you just like cleave
You
into
say the same
Right.
thing every time we look at.
And as I'm coming over the table, I just yell, "For Clangadin!" Just smash the guy. Just to hit him with the axe.
kill the interloper.
Clang
Yells
for
the
Clangadin.
All right, so that was at 11. You have a second attack, or are you with your shield right?
I have an offhand.
Yeah, go ahead, do your offhand.
Oh, that's right. I get a second shot at the end of all this.
AC 2.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
And that's gonna be 12.
All right. Yeah, another one falls to your secondary axe. And now you're surrounded by dudes. All right, and so they begin to try to hack at you. They technically would all get attacks of opportunity since you jumped into their midst, and they still have attacks remaining. So
Go for it.
you're in the midst of all
Some
these.
of them are defending against a table.
Yes, that's true.
And they have an owlbear.
Does AC3 hit?
AC3 does hit me because I don't have my shield on.
Ooh, an AC3, an AC2, and a nat 20. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Oh, I'm about to go down, boys.
Oh, no,
fuck.
really?
God damn it.
It depends on how they roll.
All right, so the first that's 3 hits. The first one's 2. The second one, is that a 1 or is it a 7? It's a 1. So only 3 on the first 2, but this is the nat 20 here. This is the important one.
Should have
Oh,
rolled
it's
a
a
1 on
one.
that one.
It is 7. That's 8 points of damage on the last one. So
I'm
11.
still up.
Huzzah! There you go.
Oh.
I actually rolled
Still
pretty
up.
low on that damage. You got kind of lucky.
I know, thankfully.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, so you're
I
just
need better armor.
these are all inferior warriors to you, but
There's a
you're
lot
just
of them.
surrounded by them.
Yeah,
and
strength
so
in
they're
numbers.
just stabbing at you and everything like that, and you feel several, long swords jabbing into you, javelins jabbing into you, and you got cuts all over your body, and you got little bits of blood, and of course Tarkus and Roland can see this. You're right there now, in that area. JB, why don't you take that second shot right now?
All right, I'm gonna aim at the wizard priest dude one more time.
Mhm.
See if I can't shut him up.
This would have technically happened at the same time as your other attack, but that's fine.
Okay. That is a 19, so that's gonna hit.
Nice.
Rolling well tonight. That is a 7.
7
Keep up the
points of
damage.
damage.
Keep up the high damage.
Okay. All right. You will pay for your insolence.
Next up, I'm aiming for the voice box. I don't want to hear this guy talk anymore.
It's like a broken record.
Yeah.
Insolent fools.
It's an NPC. Not his fault.
What are you gonna do? It's not his fault. Can't help it.
He's not the main protagonist in this story.
All right. So, let's see here. God, that fucking owl bear, man, it's brutal. All right. So the priest turns and he sees the owl bear and he just takes a swing at it. I mean, does it have hit points and shit, or like what? How does it work like that?
It has 10%, 20% of the hit point total it would normally have. So to roll its HP, and then it's actually got 20% of that.
Does AC3 hit it?
Still an owlbear, so it's got AC 5.
Okay.
He's got the fiend folio. Let's go and find out how much HP it should have.
Nah, it's definitely a hit.
Was hit dice 5 plus 2, then like 20% of that.
All right, so 7 points of damage. That might take it out actually. 20%.
Is it 5d10 plus 2? Is it?
It's 5d8. Unless they have
5.
hit dice. Not most things don't. I think most things don't have that. So a d8 hit dice.
24.
5 times 5d8s. It's plus 2. 5, 25, 27 times 0.2 is 1/5. 7 points of damage will kill it then. All right, so he goes and you said 20% or 40%?
20%, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's got like 5,
He
6
turns
HP.
around and he
It has 8.4 HP according to the calculator.
0.2 of
Yeah,
That 0.4 makes a
20%
difference.
of the maximum 42 that it could get.
it has
Well,
20% of
if I did the math on
max. Is that what it said? 20% of max?
Or is it? Have you got to roll it out?
You have to roll it.
You're not
Okay,
getting
well, there you
20%
go.
of max. Yeah. So yeah, it takes the
It
mace.
dies.
Yeah, and it just crushes into it, and then the creature disappears into a black shadowy smoke as it crashes down to the ground below. All right, so Dom, do you have another attack this round, or is it next round?
Next round I will.
Okay. All right, let's get back to the next round of declarations. Then that takes us through this round. All right, we're in full on melee now. This is like a mess. So why don't we
Can I
start
do
with the people?
multiple miscellaneous
What?
actions? Can I do multiple miscellaneous actions?
Depends on what those are.
Well, I'd like to pull a potion out of my bag and grab Tuctran and just yank him away from combat and just shove this potion in his hand and then turn back around to defend.
I mean, you could definitely give a potion to Ductrin. Yeah, I mean that's not multiple. That's not multiple actions. That's just one action.
Yeah, but
that's just...
grabbing him and dragging him out of the thick of 8 dudes.
Well, you're not going to be able to drag him out
Okay.
because you have the problem of a gigantic ass fucking table now in the way.
Well, drop
behind you.
that.
And he's in the middle of these guys. Like he leapt. He said he specifically leapt into them.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna just randomly get tugged out right now. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm in the middle
Tuctrin's
of.
not.
I'm in the middle of.
One.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Fair
were to
enough.
like if you were to like throw it and go Ductrin, I might like grab it real quick, but I'm not gonna drop an axe to grab it, so that may not be a good idea. I'm in the mid swing, you know.
Punch things with sword then.
Kill things.
We're gonna kill things with swords then instead.
Murder
Okay.
hobo.
Yeah, let's do it. And right next to Tarkus is Roland Raven's Blood. What shall Roland do this round, Chris?
So I draw my bastard sword, because my shield's out in it. My other arm was carrying the table, like so. I draw my bastard sword and then just fucking hack the nearest one.
All right. And let's get to Tuctrin. You just gonna bring the pain?
Yeah, bring in the pain.
All right.
I'm all in right now.
Yeah, and JB.
I'm also all in. I'm just going to keep fighting Wizard Priest guy. If he keeps on me, then he's not going to. Hopefully, won't see his meat shields get taken out one by one.
What about Greyhawk, David?
I am just moving up, I guess. Can I get any to hit them with my staff? Can I charge in and staff strike one? That's my plan.
Yeah, you really can't. There's you have Tarkus.
Can I cold shot a
and-
sling?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Actually, you
that's
don't
my
even
plan
need to call a shot if you want to go after the priest.
then. Okay.
Because he's sitting up on the
fire
table.
into
in the
melee.
back. No, he's not in melee.
Okay. That's my plan.
Okay. Then I don't know. Luke, why don't you roll us group initiative this time?
Oh, you're all screwed.
Come on, Luke.
Actually, it's a 9.
Oh,
A 9?
Yes.
that hurts my soul.
I love that. Love that.
It's gonna hurt more than your soul in a
I
minute.
go on 12.
Okay. So
15.
it seems as though they are slow to react as well. 10? 11? 12?
Right here.
All right, on 12, they go too. Go ahead and make your
Okay.
no, on 12 the priest goes, I should say. But go ahead, JB. Go ahead and make your roll. Roll.
That is a 15. That's going to hit an AC of 2, but I got my +2, so that's an AC of 0.
Dude in robes, I'd guess you hit.
Yeah, you do. You hit
Oh.
him.
Cool. There's 5 damage.
All right. He now has 3 arrows sticking out of him, and he grunts at it and he says, And he kind of like sneers at you as you do, and he says, "Men, kill these beasts." And he jumps down from the table and strides out quickly out of the back, through the back.
No.
Or actually, not through the back. He jumps down and starts heading toward that door that you see. Well, really only Tuctrin, Tarkus, and Roland can see, technically, because they're the only ones that are like right there, able to see it. Yeah, and he jumps down from the table and goes through that door.
Ugh.
He goes through the door?
Mhm.
Damn it.
Yep.
We keep letting these people get away.
Close the door behind him.
Which means he must have had an Elvis belt. God damn it.
Roland, go
I got
fetch.
a all set.
All right, so yeah, he jumped. That was at 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yep.
All right. Bring the pain.
What was the original dice?
Gold 2.
That's not going to do it.
That's nowhere near.
They're wearing chainmail. So these guys are So is that right? Are they wearing chainmail? Yeah, they're wearing chainmail. There are 6 of the guards left remaining, by the way. All right, so you go and you do a swing. Tarkus does a swing with his sword and it falls feebly to the side. What about Roland? Or what is that? That was at 15, 14, 15, 16?
17, I go.
16, I think
16.
I'm slinging, but my target is moved.
4 plus 2.
17.
So 16 for me.
16?
David, I will allow you, if you would like, to take switch your target and do a called shot on one of the guards if you'd like. And so it's magic missile melee. So Greyhawk goes first, then Tuctrin.
Okay, so it's easy. At 20, okay.
Did you roll that
that's just-
20?
Yeah.
Yes!
Nice.
Let's go. So it's 2d6 plus 1. 2d6 plus 1. 7?
Jesus Christ. All right, so Tuctrin, who's surrounded by everybody, you just see like there's one that was like approaching you, Tuctrin, and you look towards him and you just see this stone just like enter his forehead and just like the back of his head just explode, brains going everywhere as he falls to the ground from Greyhawk's sling stone.
Nice.
And I just yell out, "Nice shot!" as I continue to hack.
You could feel the breeze of the stone as it flew by you.
I am a dwarf. I appreciate a good stone throw.
Go ahead, Tuctrin. Are you using stones or bullets?
Bullets.
Which I'm assuming are made out of metal? I
Or
have no
forged.
idea.
That's even
They're
better.
ball
Yeah,
bearings.
Head or
Ball
something.
A bullet is a ball bearing, nearly.
That was a 19.
Jesus. All right.
So 8, 12 again.
All right. Another one falls to Tuctrin's axe.
I rolled an 11, 12, 13, AC 3.
Yeah, that's going to be good enough.
All right.
Because they weren't chainmail.
Okay. 4 plus. So 10.
All right, another one falls. So there are 3 remaining. There's like many of them that are now.
And I have one more attack.
Let's see here. Okay. Go ahead.
That's a 15. So that'll hit.
Yeah, I'm just going to say he's probably going to
Yeah.
fall.
So yeah, it's 13.
It's almost. They have 8 hit points, so
Oh well, I can't.
not kill him.
my offhand attack could not kill them if I roll a 1.
There you go.
So,
All right,
okay.
so that was at 16. Is that right?
So just hack. So there's what, 2 left?
There are 2 left. So at 17, Roland.
Right. So this is not the first time I've charged down a fucking corridor with a table. So
Not even the
dwarf-
first time this week.
Did I see that? I saw that guy leg it, didn't I?
Yeah. Yes. You and Tarkus and Tuckdrin all saw him go. Well, everybody saw him jump down from the table, but some of you were able to see, that he went through that door, and you were one of them.
And the situation seems to be pretty in hand here.
Yeah.
So I just charge through to catch that fleeing Elvis belt carrying son of a bitch.
All right.
Elvis belt is mine, man. I'm just fucking no more of them getting
Why
away.
do you think he has an Elvis belt?
I just got a feeling all these bosses have got LT, WWF.
That's the
belt.
official uniform of the Temple of Evil, isn't it? The
Elvis belts?
Elvis belts,
Apparently. I just think it's funny that there's multiple ones in this place.
right?
I think, what the hell? I guess they were really into WWF wrestling back then or something like that.
What
at
the
that time.
Helvis?
What the Helvis?
Like
All right.
gemstones.
So you go rushing down there, and you burst through the door, and in so doing, you're able to kind of see further. Everything is lit over here, so you can see pretty far. Let's see here. Let's get this up, yeah. All right, the hallway beyond extends quite a distance, and you can see that 20, 30 feet up, there are passageways heading in both the north and the south that you could head down to. You also see a door up ahead on the right, but more importantly, you see that the man after which you have been following has moved his way through a number of other guards that are in this hallway. And these guys aren't looking so meek, I would say. They all seem to be wearing, they're wearing long swords. They got armor on and stuff like that. But as at being a trained warrior that you are, that Roland is, he's able to recognize these as veterans. You can see that they've seen combat, and as he pushes through them, these 4 men start striding up, pulling out their swords, waiting and ready to meet you.
Salute and attack.
Okay.
These are obviously mercenaries like myself.
All right, go ahead. You can go ahead and do an attack. You haven't done anything, so.
Oh, okay then.
I mean, you just moved.
I attack.
All right.
A 3. Weak. Like a little jab. Like, ching.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the men in this grouping has a shield. He's kind of standing there in the back in his longsword, and his longsword is gleaming brightly in the light of the torch. And you take your swing, and as you miss, the 2 guards just basically can only stand astride 2 by 2. So you're essentially fighting 2 guards, and those 2 guards take their long swords to you. That is a 4. That is not going to be good enough for Mr. Impenetrable AC. All right, let's see. 16, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is not going to do it. AC 2 is the best I got on there. So they're taking swings at you. And although they both miss, you can see that the way that they're taking this combat is like these are trained men. They know.
I feel the pressure.
Yeah, they seem to have a certain level of expertise in their weaponry that matches, you know, they're not quite at the level that you and your companions are, but they are certainly trained and ready to fight. So
Oh,
those men were essentially delayed.
oh, the men arms improve as we penetrate the depths. Why?
Does
Thinking
anybody
fast.
else have any actions?
Um,
Okay, so the remaining 2 guards that are on
I have a
that are
second sling,
basically
don't I? At the
yeah,
end of the round.
that are on Tuctrin. They are standing steadfast. So they both take their swings at him.
Yep.
That's a pretty good one. Rolling pretty good. The 14's probably not going to hit. It'll be like maybe AC 5, but the 19 does. So that's AC 0.
Oh, that hits me for sure.
And that's 5 points of damage as the longsword slides into your
Still up.
belly. What? This guy is survivor.
You drink that potion.
Now, does he look like shit though?
I look pretty bad. I'm looking rough.
All right. So Tuctrin is covered in wounds. Now, Tuctrin's often covered in wounds, but in this case, he's looking rough. Everybody can see that. All right, so let's go ahead to the next round of declarations here. Oh no, wait, do your second attack, David.
16 on the dice, so
-4.
that go 5. Yeah.
Huh?
I hit AC 5, right? Oh no, AC 4. That go 20, 16 dice, AC 4.
You had a 16 on the die, but you're -4 because you're doing a call shot.
Oh, right.
The nat 20 didn't matter, but this one does. So, although you're
8, then. Yeah.
in your attempt to avoid Tuctrin, unfortunately leads your bullet to go astray into the wall beyond. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the next phase of declarations. Oh, yeah?
I get a second shot too.
Yeah, sure.
And I am gonna aim at one of those guys on Tuctrin because my wizard priest dude has run away like a coward. And that is a 14
Like
plus
a
2 is
survivor.
16. I'm gonna hit an AC of 1.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And that's 8 damage.
All right, he falls. All right, so there's 1 remaining on Tuctrin, but let's go ahead and get to declarations. And I want to start with Chris here on this. What is Roland going to do now that he's kind of down this hallway? He sees these other men, and
Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead.
and you can see that the priest who you just caught a glimpse of move this through the doorway that's to the north.
Just wandering away.
Can you
That's
blip
the-
that again, please? Oh yeah, I know. I've seen that.
Mhm,
Yeah.
There's just that one doorway you can kind of see.
And where are these dudes I'm fighting? Right in the intersection.
Yeah, basically they're like, well, they're not that far up. They came to meet you, so you're kind of like, you know, somewhere right in that middle area, we'll say. They were running at you, were running at them. They were running at you. Kind of met in the middle.
Okay. I use like a presence attack and just go like stride forward.
All right, so you're gonna attack. All
Tank,
right.
yeah.
All right. What about what's Starkus gonna do? Because Starkus
Oh,
doesn't have any
seeing that-
enemies.
Yeah, seeing that everything's dropped apart from one dude on Tuctrin, I can't really get in to help Tuctrin at this precise moment. So I'm going to go and check on Roland. Once I see that he is in combat, I will prepare a spell as I move closer.
All right, and I mean, actually, yeah, you wouldn't probably be able to see far into that room. Make a perception check, Targus.
Perception, Roger Dodger. Pass. Epic.
All right. So
Some fucking
yes,
heavy sounding dice, man. That sounded like you were throwing fucking.
I'm using my metal dice tonight. Actually, mine are pretty
Yeah.
heavy too.
Mine are my chunky metal ones.
Oh, those are nicer, way nicer than the ones I have. Although I really like my dice, they're just like these. They're iron, which I love because I got them for Iron Sworn. But they're just like these like old iron dice. They smell great. Honestly, they smell great. All right, so Tarkus, you were able to hear the sounds of combat with
It's just going to be blur. Rip.
You can hear the sounds of combat coming from the room beyond. You can hear Roland Raymond's blood screeching at taunting and yelling at his enemies like he does as you've heard many times before in your years at his side. So yeah, you know that there's combat happening even before you really get there. So she's going to go over there and do that. Now, what does Tucktrin want to do?
I mean, I've still got a guy on me.
Yeah, so you're going to try to take him out.
I mean, I got to take him out and then try to, move in.
What about Greyash?
If I can, I want to move up and then cast a spell at the combat that I know is happening. It's like move up to here, then cast a spell to these guys.
Okay, make a perception check at a -4.
Rolled a 16, my perception's 12.
Yeah, you don't know that the combat is happening until you get up there. So what we can say is if you want to do that, because you can't really declare to cast a spell at something you don't know exists as a declaration.
Yeah.
But what I will let you do is if you want, you can delay your action and then you can still cast a spell, but it would basically be at the end of the round. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, so like I move up to here and then start casting. So then so basically be like 4+ casting speed.
Yeah, so I mean, technically by the rules, when you're casting spells, you can't move. But my house rule, of course, is you can move half of your movement rate and cast a spell. So you're just like, like walking into the room and sort of, that some of your party members have gone somewhere. I mean, you saw Roland like run. So he's gone somewhere at least. So you follow in that direction and then you can kind of delay to the end. Now, what about JB?
Well, my first order of business will be to kill the last guy on Tucktrin, but I'm assuming he'll be dead before I can get there. So maybe.
Tucktrin's pretty slow.
All right.
Tucktrin's a fucking monster, but he's pretty slow.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna aim and fire at the last guy on Tucktrin.
All right. Did I get everybody? Everybody? All right.
Would I be able to make it to Roland if I'm casting a spell and moving at half speed?
Do you need to touch him?
Yes, I need to place hands on him, I believe. Let me double check that.
Yeah, you can. That's in distant. That's within 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah. I got you at max 50 feet. And you can move 60. So you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Pete, roll us a d10 for initiative.
Come on, Pete.
2. Okay.
Nice.
Not bad.
So I will go on 5.
Going
My
good
guess
on
is I'll be going before Tucktrin.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead.
Okay. Fire 1.
What did we roll? A 2?
Yeah.
We rolled a 2. Rolled a 9. So my plus, I'm going to hit an AC of 6.
So I go on a 5 as well.
Well, and you also have to call it shot unless you give a shit about Tucktrin.
No, I don't. I go on a 4 because I'm using fucking 2. 1, not 2. Sorry.
What do you think, JB? I'll come back to you. You actually technically go before JB, but go ahead. What do you think, JB?
It's a heat of battle. I'm aiming. Or not aiming. I'm just going to fire.
Okay, so you
So,
rolled.
like
You already rolled. You already rolled,
already rolled.
and you missed, which means that there's a chance that it can hit.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a chance that it can hit.
Hey, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Great.
We've all agreed around the campfire that shit happens occasionally. It's not on purpose.
Yeah. So Pete, roll me a d20.
$19.
Oh, okay. The arrow slams into Tuctrin's back. Go ahead and roll a d8.
How?
Roll damage.
That noise was
So little.
unreal.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there swinging, catch an arrow in the back. Don't know where it came from.
2.
How much?
2.
Okay. Whew. All right.
Who needs
But I rolled
friends?
low there.
Who needs
Please
enemies? Who needs
Heal
friends?
thyself.
Listen, After all the shots I've taken from everybody else,
The
Had to give
problem
one
is my
back.
little short arms. I won't be able to pull the arrow out. I can't reach it.
Can somebody scratch my back?
you'll be doing the
Your back
the
is so
stab-
broad, but your arms are so short.
you'll be doing the stabbed in the back dance from Airplane.
In all
Yep.
seriousness, dwarves must seriously have like incredible back scratcher technology because they wouldn't be able to reach their backs.
Can they even brush
They're
their
called
teeth?
dwarven women.
I don't know. Dwarven women are pretty tough. I don't know if
Right. They make the best back scratchers. They're not going to hold back.
they're- all
Like
right.
a deep tissue massage.
All right. All right. So that was at that was at 4 or 5. 4. Chris, go ahead and do
That was
your
at 5, yeah.
yeah. So Roland on 4 technically, but it's fine. That's not going to cause any issues. So there's 4 men standing before you. Again, they
Okay.
seem experienced.
So I get 2 attacks this round.
Sure do.
I don't know when you have the second one, but the first one, here we go. It's not good today. 6 plus 5,
Ah.
11. 11 from 16 is 5. Plus 5.
It actually does not tell me what armor they have on, but it does say they have AC 2.
Right, Mickey?
So, so I don't know what that is. What is that, plate mail? The plate mail's 3, right?
Plate and
Plate
the
and,
shield.
plate and
is-
shield is 2.
They
And-
must have plate and shields then.
Yeah.
It's gotta
Wow.
be.
Or they got really high dexterities.
Yeah, I
Plate's
was going
really
to say
common.
dexterity.
You gotta
I don't
remember
think it's
plate.
dexterity because they actually one of the fighters has a strength bonus, and
Yeah.
like they show it notes that he has a bonus to his
It's
strength.
plate. It's plate. They all carry plate because plate isn't like we think it is. It isn't like Excalibur. It's like
No,
American
that's
football
full
armor.
plate
Yeah, it's just like
or
top
field
and
plate.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so they're all fucking wearing plate then, and they have shields,
Fucking
all of them. I thought
Yeah.
only one had a shield because one has a special shield, but the other 3 have shields as well. So,
Templar's invested well in its guard. Mm.
yeah, that's a flaw though. Okay, all right, so yeah, you miss, knocks it away with your shield. Now we are playing that second attacks happen and at the same time. You don't have to wait till the end of the round. So go ahead and do it. Remember that goes both ways.
Right?
You want to do your second attack, Chris?
And me too? Or just Chris because of Matt?
No, the bow. No, that's we're talking
I
about
rolled-
your
I was put-
specialization second attack goes
There he is,
simultaneous.
okay.
Yeah,
I rolled a 15 plus 5.
that's gonna be good.
So that's -4. Sorry, I was speaking on the wrong mic. Right, damage. That's the first time I've rolled damage this week.
Nice.
Your first
Yeah.
strike bangs against his shield, and he kind of clangs. He pushes it aside, giving you an opening. You stab into him.
10 total.
Mhm.
A 3 plus 7, 10.
Yes, he still stands as he kind of takes a few steps back, staggers, puts one hand to the bloody mark there. The sword hand to the bloody,
Mm.
the blood gushing out of his gut. But he does still stand, grits his teeth, as any good veteran mercenary would. That was at 4 and 5 foes. So 6, 7, 8,
Yes.
7. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Tarkus moving through there. You see you see Roland there taking on these 4 fighters essentially by himself.
Well, I, of course, lay my hands upon my brother there and cast aid.
Come to me, my brother. I shall heal thy wounds.
So
Sounded like
Real.
Emperor Palpatine there. Just
You really did.
what the
You
fuck
really
is
did.
going on? I don't know where that came from. So how much did you get back? How much hit points?
He gets 1d8 temporary hit points and +1 to all attack and saving throws for 6 rounds.
Oh, that's good.
So your temporary hit points are 1.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Of course.
I'm throwing
So
these
that's-
die out the fucking window.
All right,
Thanks
so
to you. Very cool.
yeah, cruel,
Got
cruel,
it.
cruel, cool too.
1 hit point, +1s. The +1's good, though.
The plus
Thanks,
one's
mate.
great. Saves too.
Yeah. Happy? I like the way you roll.
7, 8, 9.
9.
Doctrine Bulregard.
All right, got to get rid of this last guy. Rolled a 10 on the die. So
That's
10
definitely good enough, right?
Yeah, AC2.
Yeah, these guys have chains, so yeah, you and well, that's with
Right.
your main hand, so he is
Main hand,
toast.
so yeah, minimum 8. Yeah.
All right, he falls to the ground, collapses to the ground. The final one remaining. You still have movement. Did you want to do anything with that movement?
Yeah, I got to go in there with my boy Raven's blood, man. I can't let him face down these plate wearing dudes alone. I got to get in there.
All right, you push in there. That
I just said, save some for me, Raven's blood.
Save some of the healing for you there, Tarkus, maybe, is what you might really want to be saying. Save some of that healing for me. That was at 9, 8, 9, somewhere in there. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is it just me at the end now?
No, 13.
No, still someone.
Okay, so Adjir is the only one left. So the two that are on Roland Raven's blood go on 14s. So they come bearing their swords at you. That's neither one of them is going to be good enough. You're Roland's wearing his shield right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shield
Yeah. So you're
and one-handed bastard.
knocking them away, deflecting away their blows, standing firm against their attacks. Go ahead, Grey Ash.
Okay. So we do Wild Surge. No Wild Surge, 14. +1 spell level. So a little bolt, mote of fire emerges from me. You've seen it before. Swooshes over your shoulder. You probably flinch as you've had enough magic cast at you. And a cube of fire expands in front of you, singeing your eyebrows, hopefully encompassing all the people in the hallway.
They're essentially in a 20-foot square.
Fiery cube.
Fucking perfect time casting that was. Nice one.
10-foot cube. 10-foot cube.
A 10-foot cube?
10-foot cube.
Yeah, that'll get them all. That gets them all. Yep.
10-foot radius.
10-foot cube. It doesn't say, it just says radius. It doesn't say radius or anything, just 10-foot cube.
10 foot
10-foot
by
cube.
10 foot. So, yeah,
It gets them
you
all.
could fill that area.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Where did the D4 go? What? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 64.
6d4?
Yeah, 1 per level, +1 level from the
Yes.
D20 roll.
Nice. You feel the power of wild magic surge through your body as you invoke the flaming cube upon your enemies.
14.
And they save for half? For any save?
Failing saving throw versus spell take full damage. Those who save successfully are assumed to have leaped out of the way in cube and then taken half damage. Which must be ruled that this is not possible.
It's vaguely possible.
You also meant to roll saving throw versus like everything they're carrying. Anything combustible, exposed items require saving throws versus magical fire. Items in possession of creature make saving throw versus maybe unaffected. That's just like.
All right, so one of the guys at the front seems less affected by the fire. Unfortunately, he had been previously heavily affected by by rolling Raven's blood, so he burns to a crisp. The rest of them seem to take the full brunt of your attacks, including the other one who stood toe-to-toe with Roland, and that one also falls. The other two, however, do remain standing, although singed and crispy and burnt and in significant
they can't be
pain.
feeling good.
And so I don't really care about everything that they have, but I am going to make a saving throw for his magic items.
No.
Oh no! Okay, so I just rolled a 2 on the saving throw for his magical longsword. So what is the saving throw for metal against fire?
That'll be
Gotta
pretty
be
high.
Against magic fire, that's a fail.
Are you sure? Positive?
Well, you can check
Metal
I've got the
versus
DM.
fire gets a +2. Oh, you have the DMG?
I'll look now. Hang on. I was just making a
I
sandwich.
got it.
Have it up. What you're looking for?
Metal.
Oh no, not the DMG. Sorry, I don't open the DMG. 'cause-
Metal versus magical fire is a 6.
Melt soft metals.
Gold.
Mhm.
It melts soft metal, but didn't it say it had dynamic saving throws for all the items?
It's like a spell ignites all combustibles in its area in effect and melts soft metals. Exposed
would get-
items require a saving throw versus
It would
magical
get a
fire to
plus.
determine if they are affected.
It would get a plus from its item ability.
Right, I
Like,
rolled
so
a
if it's-
2, so it get a +2, which is a 4, but that's
No,
still
it's gone.
6.
No, it's gone.
Yeah, so you see him like the one guy in the back is like, "Ah!" and like you can see the sword just like kind of like this beautiful
Then
like etched sword just like melts partially like over his hand, becoming like a useless hunk of metal. And then
Hey, that's really cool,
That's
but
so
it's just
sad.
sad because I bet that was expensive.
his
it's just
shield.
depressing.
Oh my god, his shield I rolled a 4, but that actually makes a save because that's +2 also. So so it's exactly made. So the shield manages to stick in there. Such a shame about
This
that.
shield just looks cleaner.
Yeah, right. Right, it burns off all like the disgusting shit. All right, so that was at what initiative was that at? I've lost track.
Just at the end of initiative.
Oh, that was just
Yeah.
the round. Right.
New declaration.
Fuck. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go to declarations. I want to give Roland the chance. He's up in the front. So Roland, why don't you declare first?
So there's 2 guys left, and what's their like? What they're looking
One of
at?
them, one of the 2 guys is like, he's like he's staggering, like seems almost disoriented. You can see like his face is like is a melted ruin. He looks incredibly injured. The other one looks hurt, but that's the guy who he appeared sort of to be like the leader of this particular small crew, I guess you might say.
Chop him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
chop
gonna
him.
go at him. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
What about Tuctrin, who has now run up there into the midst as well?
I'm just attacking those 2 guys, man. I'm going at it.
All right. And Tarkus?
I'm just going to follow up behind and cast another spell.
Okay. As I mentioned, I mean, Tuctrin looks really, really bad.
That's who I'm going for.
Yeah. I think Grey Ash is the next closest one. Grey Ash, what would you like to do this round? What would Grey Ash like to do this round, I should say?
Tell you what, I will cast a spell from a spell book.
And finally, JB. What is JB going to do?
I believe I am the farthest one away because I was firing from a distance, so I'm gonna try to catch up to everybody.
Mhm.
And if there's still some hostiles by the time I get there, fire away.
All right.
However, I do have from a very long time ago, 3 arrows covered in a 2d4 poison, which I'm going to have on hand for Mr. Wizard if I should see him again.
Okay.
I don't remember what kind of poison. I just have written down poison arrows, 3 2d4 damage.
All right. I'm going to let Luke roll initiative again because he did really awesome last time. In my
More than
opinion.
welcome.
Oh, yes. Please tell me. What'd you get?
It's another 9.
Ah.
I'm going to start rolling the percentile. Hopefully that one plays nicer.
I got on 15.
Go on 12, but I've got some movement to do, so I'm not sure if that affects.
No, you get to go. Your move, that's the way it works. So, all right. So at 4, the 2 guys fucking run. So that being said, Tuctrin, Roland is right there. So Roland can take an attack of opportunity if you'd like, because you still have attacks available this round. Would you like to take a... do you have just 1 attack this round or 2?
4.
Chris.
I have 1 single attack. Yes. Sorry, I was just
Alright.
looking.
Yeah, you can take your attack of opportunity if you would like, or you can just let them run away if you, because they appear to be running not to the door. They're running down the hall farther. In fact, I can open up the hall farther now, the imagery, because I didn't want to show you everything because the guys were kind of blocking it. But I will show you sort of what you can see further down that hallway. But it doesn't really, there's not really much to it. It looks like the hallway, ends, like another 100 feet down or so. And there's another passageway that leads to the
North.
there's a door to the north, but there's a passageway to the south that leads in a diagonal to the southwest.
I'll just strike down the burnt one instead, I think.
You're gonna go for the weaker one?
Yeah.
Nice.
I changed my mind as I'm chaotic neutral. And go, nah. Hit the other one.
All right, go ahead and roll your hit.
A 10.
That's
Plus
enough.
5, 15. Yeah, he's dead in there.
Yeah. You like sever his spinal column and he just collapses to the ground. In many ways, it might have been an act of mercy given the fact that he was so badly burned. All right, so that guy goes fucking running off, and he runs. You know what? Actually, Tarkus, if you want to take a attack of opportunity, I'll give you that too, because you were up there.
I'm prepping a spell, so I don't have a weapon out.
Fair. Okay. He goes running down that southwestern passageway. Like he runs and then turns left and starts heading down that passageway. That was at 4, 5, or that was at 5, 6, 4. No, that was 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're at 10, 11, 12.
I forgot what.
I go on 12.
You rolled a 9. JB goes on 12. Anybody beat a 12?
No.
I was on two. I was on plus 2. I was ages ago as well.
What happened?
I said my casting time was 2, but it doesn't matter because it's not really affecting the combat when it happens.
Okay, well, go ahead and
Um,
tell me. Yeah, that's at
Yeah.
11. So go ahead.
I pull out the spell book, one of the spell books I got, and cast a spell from the page, it burning out of the book as I do so, and cast mirror image.
Ooh.
So they become just multiple grey ashes that emerge from me,
That's
just
one of my favourite
shifting
spells.
around me.
I
I
So that's 3
love
rounds per
mirror
level.
image. Mirror image is incredibly effective.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So is it D4 plus 1 images or something like that? That sound right? About right? Feels about right.
Some of them just roll 1d4 and add 1 for every 3 levels of experience the wizard has achieved. So it's just 1d4 plus 1.
Not bad guess there.
No. What spell book is that from?
Oh, that's from the one of the
one you
mages
f-
books.
Oh, from way back when you when you guys went to down below underneath
the tower.
tower.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not going to be plus 1 then. It's going to be more than that. For every 3 levels. You said it's plus 1.
For every 3 levels.
Let's see here if I can get this.
So a maximum of 8. So roll a 4. Roll d4. A 3.
Plus an additional 3. Plus 3.
So I got 6 rounds.
You have 6. You have 6 from dudes.
Oh wait, no, 6. I've got 6 clones, and it's gonna last 3 rounds per level. So I will.
It's essentially a 9th level casting. So
Okay.
27 rounds, 6 images. So all of you see, you've never seen Greyhawk cast his spell before, but all of you see all of these various forms of him just kind of moving all about, and it becomes incredibly difficult to pinpoint exactly where Greyhawk stands. 10, 11, 12, JB.
Do I have a chance to shoot at the guy who's running before he disappears?
Nah, he's long gone.
All right. That's everybody then, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you don't
Alright.
even know where that guy went because you didn't
Yeah.
see him go to and the door's closed. So.
Can I still move on 15 even though I've attacked?
Oh
Can I
yeah,
still physically move?
1000%. Yep.
I run through the door where the priest went.
Well, it's closed, just so it's clear. You close the door behind him.
Okay, move up to it then.
Well, I go on 14, so wait. your
Yeah,
turn.
we're not quite there yet. So that's 12. So JB, you run in, and is there anything else you'd like? I'm gonna give you an opportunity. Is there anything else you want to do?
Probably just help Tuctrin get the arrow out of his back.
He's not a dwarven woman, but he does a pretty decent job of ripping the.
My bad.
Tuctrin is very, very hurt.
So it's all good in the hood.
How about that? All right, the hood's a
It's
bad
all
place.
something somewhere.
Well, 13, 14, Tarkus.
Yeah, cure moderate on Tuctrin.
Oh, 1d10 plus 1 or something like that?
Yes. And it's a 10 plus 1.
I mean, you're pretty good at rolling high on a d10. That's nice. Finally.
That's very
right?
nice. Oh, thank you.
Praise Arrhenius. Arrhenius? Is that how you pronounce the god's name? Arrhenius. God of war. All right, so that was 14, now 15. Roland, do you want to try to break down the door? I can let you do that if you want. Or open
Yeah,
the door.
why not?
You could break it down, open it, whatever you want to do. I mean, you could pull a rock and kick the door open. You know what I'm talking about, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Swat it. Okay. D20. A 1? An open doors? Is that good? or
Oh
bad?
my god, that's the best you can do.
Oh,
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to roll.
There
You
is
wanna roll
nothing
low.
but splinters left.
Oh my god, the door explodes open.
Love
And it's
it.
like, I know, it's so great. You guys are just like fucking walking through this place, and
I don't know about all that.
I know it's hard. You guys are getting your asses kicked somewhat too. It's a slow grind, but it's also really cool. Like how you guys are kind of moving through this. The chamber beyond is fairly small, just about 20 feet long, 10-foot wide. It's almost as much of a corridor as it is a as it is a room. And within there is but one man, a warrior of some type, you can tell. He's got a long sword in hand. He looks to be of massive strength. He's got plate mail. He's got a shield in hand, and his visor is down. And he's just got this, you could just barely see like the darkness of his eyes beyond. But man, kicking in a door like that, let me see how he reacts to that.
I want to fight him one-on-one. You guys can run on and fight the rest of him. I'm having this guy like one-on-one, like for a bit. You guys can. I'll give you a chance to catch up if I just stand here. And...
Yeah, he sees you walking through the door and he pulls his shield to himself and he's like, "Bang, bang, bang, bang! Come, you will meet your end here." He says to you as you burst through the door.
Roland wants another single combat.
So that was at 15, 16. Anybody else got to go here?
I mean, I go on 16.
16. Okay, so you go on 16. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Well, I mean, Roland's called his kill, so I'm not gonna get in his way. I mean, that's a
stand back and watch.
I mean, I don't see any other enemies.
Would
right
you like?
at the
No, there's no
moment.
other enemies. Would you like to alter your action at all?
To do what?
It's his
You want to do
dwarven
something
bite now.
else? You want to do anything else instead?
Uh,
I don't know if I
What
let you
else?
cast a spell, but you could, like, if you have a potion you want to do, or like if you want to do any
I-
other kind of minor things.
Can't they
really,
run past if they want? While I'm blocking this guy. Like while
Not
I'm
into that
fighting.
room, I don't think.
Well, I mean, he's standing kind of in front of the door, like he's
yeah,
guarding the door.
he's guarding the door where the wizard ran into, or the priest, or whatever that thing was.
No,
Hmm.
he's not. That door got destroyed by Roland's, combat
Right.
boots straight
Well,
to
'cause
it.
because
But
I don't know
he's-
where anybody else is, because I was in the middle of that big fight when the other enemy ran, so I didn't follow the other enemy. Don't know where the other enemy went.
Right.
So I'm
but it
gonna
seems
Safe
like
bet that
knows
Roland
what-
is following it.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to hype man for Roland.
Gonna hype man for Roland. Okay.
I'm a hype man for Roland. I mean,
No!
he's no match for you, Roland. Is the guy a human?
Yeah. Well, as far as you can tell, he has his visor.
Not for
drawn.
long, though.
He's
Right.
humanoid though.
I
at the very
got you.
least.
He's annoyed.
He's going to be dead soon.
You've got him, Roland. He's too scared to even show his face to his opponent. So I'm gonna talk shit. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Anybody else have an action this round left?
No.
Okay. We're getting back to declarations, but I think, is anybody going to fight this guy or do anything other than?
I'm considering something, but I want to sort of get the group's take on it first. I'm looking at all my equipment here, and I've got poison A and B, which goes on weapons, poison A, which is an ingestive, and an acid vial. I kind of want to throw the acid vial on this guy's plate mail to give it a weak spot that Roland can attack.
I
Throw
mean,
in
do
his
what you want. I'm not going to do anything other than talk shit, because I'm not going to take any of the honor of this kill from Roland.
Yeah,
Oh,
Roland's
I-
already called his kills.
I want
It's up
Roland
to
to
you,
kill
bro.
this thing, but we've all taken a lot of hits, and I want to make it easier on Roland if I can.
Just imagine the locks you could burn out with that though. Just up to you. I don't mind, honestly.
You could throw it in the face of that spellcaster.
Oh, I got poison for the spellcaster too.
Your guy fights dirty. Do what you want. It's
Yeah.
okay.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, when he's banging his shield on his plate mail, I'm going to throw the acid on.
All right, so that's your declaration for this round. What
That's
about
my declaration for
Greyhawk?
this round?
I'm gonna be trying to get through here to the door. Just like rush up, meet up with everyone,
All right.
and try and get ready to get through. Just this swarm of images, just trying to rush past this guy. Probably confusing the shit out of him if I can get that far.
What's
my
Tarkus?
planet.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead, Chris.
Chris.
No, it's okay. Go on. Go on.
No,
Okay.
Chris.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna pull this potion of healing that Greyash gave me a while ago and just hand it to Tuctron whilst we sat here watching. You know, have a beer on me, buddy.
The sparkling, it's blue, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it was blue. I know that everybody loves to make healing potions red in 5th edition, but I believe that this was like a sparkly blue, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah.
It's Romulan ale, obviously.
And then, I think that kind of makes... Okay, that's basic decoration phase. All right, so let's go ahead and roll initiative. And Chris, I want you to roll it since you're the one who's kind of taking this guy on.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll drop my shield and switch to two-handed.
Oh shit,
Alright.
it's going down.
Right,
Really
initiative.
going down.
D10. I rolled initiative this week, have I? Here we go. D10. An 8.
You parry into it.
Ooh.
Mm.
An 8. So I go on 12.
You can parry in 2E. There's multiple ways you can do it. It's confusing though. There are numerous rules surrounding it, and there are different rules in different books because that's the way D&D is.
It's a bag of shit.
Of course.
It sure is. All right, so you're standing at the ready, and he's kind of like, and he bangs the shield like one more time, and then he clangs the swords flat against the side of his head, and kind of like bends his, does that thing with his neck, like head side to side, and then takes a few steps towards you and just takes a swing right at you. And
Cool.
in spite of your two-handed sword going, well, actually, it's here.
I got on 11 actually, not 12. Sorry, speed factor was wrong. 8 plus 5 plus 8 minus 8 minus from the specialization. Then the weapon is 3. Yeah, so I got on 11. Has he hit me? I got lower AC now.
AC4 though. It's still AC4.
Okay.
No, wait a second. That's not right. Yeah, AC4. Yeah, so you just knock his blade away. I didn't roll great. Yeah, you knock his blade away. And his heavy blade, but his swing was powerful and dangerous. You could tell. That was at 7. So you rolled an 8 on the die.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Tucson, just go ahead and roll your hit point. Did you already roll your hit points for the potion? Are you going to drink it?
I'm not drinking it yet. No.
Okay.
If Roland goes down, I gotta be able to bring him back up.
I'm gonna flatland this guy, man.
That's what I'm
Since I'm
here
just
for.
throwing a vial, I'm not sure what my adjustment
3.
is for that.
3.
3? Okay.
All right, so
You go before me then. Just before I strike that acid and go over
11.
the shoulder.
Yeah, 11. So
Yeah,
go
go on
ahead.
11 then.
Now, are you doing a called shot? Or
No, I'm just trying to hit the dude anywhere, just to give Roland a weak spot.
No, I mean called shot because Roland is in melee combat with this guy, so there's the conceivable opportunity
enough.
for you to hit him.
Yeah, I think we'll do a cold shot this time.
Otherwise, Roland might end up with a weak spot on his back.
We don't need that. We don't need that, but that is a 19. I'm gonna hit what is that? I get a -4 or a -2 for a cold shot?
-4.
All right, I'm gonna hit an AC of 2.
All right, just good enough.
I don't have any stats on this thing. I'm just hoping it's gonna eat a hole through his.
Vial of Acid actually does have stats on it. Let's see
I don't
here.
know them. That's what I should say. I don't know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is it miscellaneous equipment?
I actually know, but
I look it up, but I'm not
Tell me.
allowed to.
No, tell me, please. Do you know?
It's D4 plus 1,
Oh, cool.
but you can enforce a save if you want, if you feel that it's hit armor or something of precious nature that you can enforce a saving throw versus acid against it.
All right.
So if he'd have poured it on something like melt.
All right. So roll d4 plus 1, and I'll do a saving throw versus armor for his armor.
That is a 3, so it's going to be 4 damage.
So regardless, he takes 4 from the acid burning him, and the fumes and shat. And then he saves on his armor, and then you declare what you feel that armor's. If it fails, how much it's debuffed, basically. That's up to you.
I just like this idea a lot. Like, I just think it's an interesting idea.
He's a dirty fucking neutral evil fighting git.
Okay, shit. Yeah, it actually did fail. So, the acid splashes over him, and he takes a stagger back, and he says, dishonorable. And yeah, it definitely his armor. And he took 4 points of damage. So let me make that. Okay. So that was at what? 11, 12. Is that Roland? 12, 13, somewhere in there.
I'll go on 11.
Go
Same
11?
speed.
Oh,
Yeah.
same speed, but he's missile melee. Right. Go. Yeah. Okay,
First-
go ahead.
First attack, I'm still aided. 4 plus 5, 9 plus 1, 10. 10 from. Hang on, it's 10 from. I'm class 6.
No, just not good enough. In spite of the fact that his armor has been weakened in I don't know, in a moment of futility, you aren't able to accurately strike him.
I think I'm at the same.
Shit
I think I
happens.
can only get here. Like, how far can you go? 50 foot.
50? If you're just moving, 120 feet.
Oh, okay. Can I
Full
just
sprint.
get past this guy and open the door?
Not a full sprint. 120 feet is normal movement. Running is 240 feet.
Full out sprinting is something like times 10.
I know it's not. There's multiple levels of sprinting.
Yeah.
Like,
There are.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to continue the chase. I want to get past this guy. Use my copies to like make it so he can't get me and get through this door.
Well, the door is closed.
You got any door
Open the
spells,
door.
wizard? Wizard door wizard, wizard door man.
I got a hand to turn the handle.
I remember a dwarf that could just create a passage through stone walls.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally standing in front of the door. It's not. I mean, it's like this massive warrior standing in front of the door. There isn't really
Okay,
like
well,
a path past him. You know what I mean? Like there's lots of ways to get by him other than just killing him.
Grapple him then.
Yeah, you can grapple him. You can try to
Grapple him. I run down the corridor, run around the corner. There's this guy in the way of the door. It's like fucking.
There's like
grab-
six. There's like 6 Greyhawks just like all running like down the hall. They all come rushing at him. All right, well, go ahead and give it a
I'd
shot.
be scared too.
Yeah. What the fuck's the roll for this shit?
Those mirror images actually have physical form. Can they actually do harm and shit?
No.
Okay.
They just don't know which one's me. I rolled a 9. Doubt that's gonna do buckle.
Yeah, he's just able to maintain his position with this like shield, and nothing that you can do, so you can't seem to just get in there. You know.
I distracted the shit out of him then. That's what
You
I'm doing.
distracted the shit out of him. His shit is just out of him now. Because it was so distracted. All right, so that was also like I don't know where that was in the initiative. I think we're pretty much through the initiative, right? Like,
Yeah.
unless somebody else is going to do something.
He's got his attacks.
Huh? He's got 8
I see,
attacks.
He attacked first.
He
Oh, did
attacked
he?
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so let's go back around then. I assume, Chris, you're continuing to combat.
Yeah, 2 attacks this round.
Same with him. And,
And what kind of weapon is he using again?
a longsword.
Just a standard longsword?
Uh-huh. As far as you can tell.
Well, it looks like a standard longsword.
Yeah.
It's not a two-handed sword, not a bastard sword. Okay.
No, it's a standard
Can I,
longsword.
can I just get this right? Has Greyash just run in and jumped on him and hand-handed him?
No, he was trying to,
Yeah.
but the guy was just like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Even though he's covered in acid.
Well, his arm
Okay.
has acid on it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's not
Yeah.
like David. But that's a good point, though. It is a good point. And he did not successfully grapple the guy at all, though. But I might have considered that.
Yeah. Is what it is.
All right, so that was so is any we don't need to go in a specific order. Is anybody else doing anything other than letting
Well, I gotta keep trying to into this guy, try and grab hold of his arms.
Okay.
I shout at Greyash to leave it. Like, leave it. Leave
yeah.
it. It's mine.
Yeah,
I
if I
stand
see
here
an
and
opening,
frown
I
at
want to get
anybody
around
that
them
gets
towards the door
involved.
like Greyash was trying to do, but that's it. Otherwise,
Well,
I'm just
actually,
trying to stay
yeah,
out the way.
yeah. No, I'm not gonna leave it. I'll be like, "What are you talking about?" There's no honor here.
I love how like Roland cares about honor somehow, but like he's got control. He's literally named Raven's Blood. He strapped a giant raven to his back.
That's the chaotic
He
part.
only really
Uh-huh.
cares about honor when it's somebody twice his size, so he can show them what for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've stolen my victory now. You've stolen
Alright.
my victory. Like in the pub, I can't say I beat him up. It'll be like, oh yeah, and then Greyash jumped on him, and then and then I'm like, so in my mind I'm going, there's my drinking fucking story ruined.
I'm just frowning the entire time. Like, just let Roland do his thing.
You say the guy in the
Chris,
armor, yeah, your
roll,
mother's got
roll.
everybody honor.
Roll that D10
Hmm.
D10.
for the initiative.
I
Oh
have
yeah,
a strong aura of not giving a fuck.
a 5.
Strong aura of not giving a fuck. All right,
5
so
plus 3, 8 for me.
oh, that's what I'm talking about. When does Greyash go?
Would that be like plus
Grapple's a plus
4,
3.
plus 3, 4, plus 3?
And then
yeah.
what? Do you have a dex bonus?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, he rolled a 3. You rolled a, what'd you roll? 3? What'd you roll, Chris? On the die. 5.
yeah.
5.
5.
All right. So both of you are on 8 then.
But distance weapons go first. Like hand to hand goes last. Like punching and grappling.
Yes, that's fair.
is
That's right.
last.
Now on 7, the baddie goes.
Oh, go on.
He says, "No
Faster.
matter, I'll kill you all."
I feel
Okay.
bad now.
Kill us all. You can barely lift that twig of a sword.
I might just stop and let Greyash fight him.
All right. So does AC 3 hit you?
Yes. No. Hang on. So I'm AC -2, and I've just dropped my shield, which is +2. So that's 3 off my AC. So AC 1.
1. All right. So yeah. So his first attack misses you, but then he does this like jump and spin and comes back down, and just the sword just hacks into you.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't worry, it's only one.
Oh,
So.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
1
10.
damage.
10 points of damage.
Fuck. Okay, that's 33 down to 23. And plus the 8's gone. Well, just the pluses still stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The temporary hit points are removed first, so
So 33 minus 10. 23. Okay, massive gash on my arm.
Third of your health.
Whose attack?
yours.
Right. 14 plus 5, 19 plus 1, 20. -4.
Well, he has weakened armor. -4 is definitely good enough.
The 8. 2 plus 7, 9.
Ugh. You are formidable opponents. All right, so
Second
is
attack.
anybody else doing anything? You want to do any healing? Any
Grappling.
Watching the show.
bandage yourselves?
I can't. I don't have the skill.
Okay.
I mean, I could do healing, but we're not in a relaxed location, so nobody would really get much benefit from it because you've got to do it the following round.
Mhm.
Ruled.
Oh, I think that's poo, but there you go.
Only thing I'm going to be doing, hood up so I can disappear from sight, and if I see an opening to get around, get around. Otherwise, just wait and bide my time.
You can do the healing proficiency in combat. I don't know if that maybe I might have stated that incorrectly before. That the rule says I think it says that you're supposed to do it within 1 round of the wound being taken.
Yes, that's what we ruled. I could use it to bring people back that were deaded, but to recover hit points from wounds, it has to be within 1 round of the wound being inflicted. So the main use for my healing at the moment is increase it or reducing the recovery time when we leave the field of battle.
Roland just took a wound.
Oh. Okay, I'll come and touch Roland.
Yeah, you will.
So,
All right.
It's me not paying attention.
The D3, right?
Uh,
It's like a D3. That sound about
I
right?
believe so. I'll double check actually. Healing. That's spells, not spells. Healing proficiency. Yeah, never mind. It's going to be a pain in the ass to find that.
Not for me. I got it. Well, let's see.
Sweet.
Do I get my second attack in?
Oh yeah, dude. Of course. D3. Yep.
Yep,
Wisdom
to 1.
-2.
Okay. You have to make a proficiency check too. Did you actually make the check?
Yeah, I've just made the check.
Okay.
I rolled a 12. My wisdom is 16, -2, 14, so that's a pass.
Right. And if you have herbalism, you get a +2 to that roll, or a +2 bonus. All right. So take your second attack, Roland.
Hey. A 9. Plus 5, 14. Plus 1 from the thing, 15. AC 1.
Got it.
The 8. Plus 7. Oh, a 1. 8 total. Whoosh, whoosh.
All right. Grash. Try to grapple.
Mm-hmm.
You're flat.
I'm
Are
not
you
looking.
flat blading this guy, Chris?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like 75% real damage.
I'm like trying to grapple this guy while looking at the rest of the party. Is like, why is no one helping? What is like, what are you doing?
Yeah, me like Tucker and Tarkus are Tucker and JB are back there like, hey, there goes this, and you're like, what the fuck are you guys doing there?
I don't know
if I
what
was
am I
ja-
trying to beat, with the grapple. Am I trying to like beat his strength? Like, what is touchy?
You just roll the hit. It's just a roll to hit. You're just grappling him.
I rolled a
Did
9.
you confirm if it was D3?
I think.
It is, yeah, D3.
2 HP back, Roland.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Luke. I thought I had.
No,
Not
it's
enough,
fine. It's fine.
So I took
I
10
had
and then
AC
it's down
10.
to 8.
All right, so you miss then, right? You're trying to grapple him, and he's like, let the real men fight, elf. Back away. As he's like trying to hug him, basically. All right. Let's do another initiative round then, I guess. Here. All
It's
right.
a lot better than the last time I tried this.
Chris, go ahead and roll another d10.
Okay.
Uh,
A 1? Yes,
I
a 1.
rolled a 1 also.
Oh, I've gone 4.
You go first, though.
Okay, I only want to attack this round. Oh, fuck's sake. A 4 plus 5, 9 plus 1, 10. AC 6, and that's the end of my aid. 6. Ka-ching!
Yeah, not good enough, even with the damaged armor. Manages to deflect away your attack.
A worthy opponent.
And then he comes back with his own, thrusting with his sword, and you're able to deflect it away as well. Seems that this round will last and will end in a stalemate. Does anybody else want to do anything? Well, go ahead, Grash, and do your weird thing.
JB, why don't you run round, man, with your fucking cloak on? And have a good fucking spy around the fucking corridors and shit.
This
Just
is
wondered.
a round of. This is new.
Because that got us up in hit points, and I don't want to split the party.
Confused.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I'm sorry,
I'm gonna
David,
confuse
what'd you
the
get?
DM. He's already.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. This is like a new initiative from the last one.
Yeah, or another round.
Okay.
He, Chris rolled a 1,
Mm-hmm.
so you're on a 4, and so is Chris on a 4. But you're like using your hands, and he's using his sword, so he went first.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
Okay. 18. That's
Ooh,
more
now
like-
there you go.
Show you who's a real fighter. Try and get him like a
That's gonna
fucking
hit him.
block. Yeah. AC 2.
So
At some
yeah. So Grash, like
I give him an arm
he's
bar,
all like
basically,
Brazilian
from
jiu-jitsu in
behind.
this fucking guy.
Yeah. Nice.
Grash has the guy held. Now, a lot of the rest of you have not done anything. Would anybody like to do something now this guy's held?
I'm like, the priest is getting away.
Yeah.
Roland,
I-
finish this.
I turn around and check the corridor to make sure nobody's sneaking up behind us.
So while he's held,
Thank you for the
I,
reminder.
I want to open the door that he was guarding.
Yeah, that was what I
That's
was doing.
insulting.
'Cause this dude would have joined everybody else in the hallway unless he was guarding something important.
I lean close to the guard and I say, "We will finish this above the temple." Then I fucking bash him in the jaw so hard it just fucking KOs.
All right, so you want to try and knock him out.
Don't forget, we really at some point need to reread the rules on grappling, because to grapple somebody and play them out, it's -10.
Is it really?
Yes. They're virtually
easiest?
impossible to.
Well, how does
No,
the grapple
the
work?
harder to grapple.
Surely it's
harder.
easier because like they're armored.
Have a
They've got
read.
less.
It's not exactly easy for you to get a grip of plate mail and to maneuver it in a way that you want with him resisting.
That's whack.
So I bought tumbling so I could strike with proficiency. Like, so you need to just check that. I don't mind for the flow of play, but I've got to fucking knock him out, man, if I can, with the intent of dragging him upstairs to fight him properly when he's.
Well, I mean, go ahead and like roll to hit. He's a set. Well, he's grappled, but like now that's kind of the end of initiative. I want to let everybody else have a chance to do something because you've already acted this round.
Yeah.
Roland has.
Go! I shout, go! Go! Through the door! We have this, me and Greyash.
What'd you like to do, guys?
I'm gonna go through the door.
Like,
All right. So you go running by him and go through the door. Here. What's on the other side of the door, I wonder?
I love stuff like this,
That's a
because
good
we'll get to
question.
talk about it later. Like, when we're around the campfire and stuff. I'll be going, what were you doing? And couldn't you see what was happening? I was fighting that man to man. Like everybody else was.
like,
And you're going, the
who
fuck
cares about man to man?
Yeah, exactly. It could be a point of discussion. If I make this sign with my hand, I'm fighting man to man. Okay? Do you understand?
Why?
Why?
Listen, it's just
Why?
Why?
All right, so
Oh, geez. I'm having a banquet in here. Just slit this man's throat and be
all
done
right, so
with
this
it.
20-foot room,
Dinner is
Honorable.
served.
this 20-foot
Sold.
square
I heard that
plaster
crash.
room. Okay, this wait a sec. What? Okay. So many fucking rooms in this thing. This 20-foot square plastered room is lit by 2 torches and a lantern, the latter fixed to a shrine upon the south door. So apparently there's a shrine on the south door and there's a lantern hanging from it. The room has been converted into a barracks, as can be seen by the 4 double bunks to each side. A mantlet stands between this room and that to the north, giving solid... It's a mantlet. Okay, so you can see that there's a number of... It looks like barrels kind of blocking the passageway beyond. There are several brown cloaks hanging from pegs driven into the plaster and the wall cracks. And you can see like the table's kind of been pushed a bit to the side, but there's like a jug and a bunch of cups on it there. And you move through that room, through that doorway. And you can see, Tucker, and I'm going to say it, you're at the lead. You can see that there's a number of guards, like in the room beyond, kind of like forming a sort of perimeter, you might say, like to block off people being able to go, into the room beyond. In fact, the 2 at the head, as you burst through the door, throw javelins.
Okay.
Oh, a 19. Okay, so that one of the javelins streams across the room. 6. For 5 points of damage. All right.
Oof. All right.
The other one clangs off the wall beyond. And you can see into the room there that there looks like maybe they're kind of all... This one's got fruit. They're all gathered into the they're all gathered into what looks like it might be like this lounge or something beyond. All right, what about the rest of you all? Tarkus, JB.
I was checking the rear. So if there's nothing going on back there, I suppose I'll turn around and see what's cracking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Say that again. I was reading something. Say it one more time. I was reading your thing, Luke.
Yeah, I was checking the hallway behind us to see if anything was coming. I assume nothing did show up, so I...
No, there's nothing. Yeah, there was not. Sorry about that. Yes, I did roll. Nothing showed up. Nothing showed up.
In the heat of combat, we all missed something.
Yeah, so you kind of look down both hallways, and now I should have probably pointed this out to you earlier, but I will just say this now, is that the passageway to the south, that heads to the southeast, which you can kind of see from that like door or whatever, that doorway, that passageway is dark. So there is like no light, whereas the rest of the hallways and everything seem to be fairly well lit. But yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing coming. I turn around and join the rest of the party and see what's going on to find combat. Aha, more.
I'll cover our entry into that room and I will take up the rear.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Chris, go ahead and roll the hit. Or no, we got to do initiative because the guy could try to break free. So let's go
Yeah.
ahead and do initiatives.
Okay. Oh shit! No. Who are you declaring to roll? Undeclare.
Well, you're trying to knock him out.
Yeah.
Right before he gets free. Grey Ash has to maintain the hold.
Okay.
Hmm.
I say 3 moons now on yonder hill beyond Nolb. Meet him. Yeah, that's a fucking 20 as well.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you knock him out. He doesn't have enough hit points to sustain that.
Crack.
Okay.
It's his fucking jaw goes rubber.
Look, he's like, it's not really the time for this.
All right, he
What's your
collapses
obsession with honor?
All right, he falls to the ground. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna reset here a little bit. So that you push your way through. The guard falls to the ground and collapses. The group of you all sort of now can see into the room beyond. The one guard, that the one who was guarding the door is like lying at your feet. You are able to turn towards the north, and you can see that they've set up this sort of defensive choke point, you might say, at the as the passageway continues beyond to the to the north. So what would you like to do? We'll go through declarations again, and we'll roll initiative again. So why don't we start with the people who are in the front? We'll start with Tuctrin, since he just got stabbed with a javelin.
Okay, so I open the door, immediately catch 2 javelins, but I kind of get a lay of the land. I'm going to back through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a room beyond. They're setting up a perimeter. There are many more guards. That's what I say. And I drink that potion. I don't know how many hit points it gives me, but
Potion of healing.
is it a D8?
It's a weird number thing.
It's that 2d4 plus 2 in it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I got it. Take me just a sec.
Extra healing's the McDonald's.
Fucking the best. 2d4 plus 2. Good call, Chris.
Uh,
Right on the money on that one. 2d4 plus 2.
That's a 3. That's a 4.
Nice. 9.
So 9.
Shit, man. Between that and Tarkus, 20 hit points, man. That's pretty
Yeah,
good. For
Need it.
Nice.
All right.
that
So
one
I
on
just come to the
special
door,
sauce.
relay the information, drink the potion. That's what I do.
Okay.
That potion was made on a fucking Tuesday when the foreman was watching.
Yeah, exactly. Some good QC on that thing. I look on the bottom and it's like inspected by Brother Rygar. That's where he went. They put his ass in the factory, and I'm like, oh, okay, figures.
Yeah, he's a mid-level
Quality
manager.
control.
He's a mid-level manager.
Yeah.
That's his peak. No offense, Nick. Sorry, brother. He was Brother Rygar, right?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, man. That was more than half this campaign ago now.
Yeah, I like that character.
I like that character too. I actually liked all those guys.
Continuity through play. Fantastic.
All right,
Exactly.
All right, so Tuctrin runs in and says this. Close. You're like inside the other door. Door's closed behind. He didn't destroy the door like Roland did in the previous room. You're all gathered together here, so you kind of have a very brief respite. You know what lies beyond, but what would you like to do? You can talk and have a discussion about what you want to do.
Let's take a round, and I can bless every single one of us before we move forward. Whilst
We
we're
could do
not
that.
in
Any hits yet,
combat,
but
I can bless everybody.
I'm still holding at 11 hit points from like 2 sessions ago.
Shall I try the wand before we rush in?
To do what exactly?
Cast lightning bolt, of course.
Yes, of course, yes.
Mhm.
If the lightning bolt fails, then I say we launch fire into the room, and they either burn or come out.
What is that? Can we see? Is that room you said was lit by torches or by lanterns?
I describe them like it's like torches on the walls, table in the middle, tables on the side, room beyond kind of goes up into the side. Can't see past that because they have a bunch of barrels stacked up and they're setting up a perimeter. So
So
if the lightning bolt fails, I say we launch fire over those barrels, throw oil, launch fire,
yeah,
smoke them out,
That's what I'm
burn them
saying.
out.
yeah. I was hoping that we could see in there and we could tell what they were lit by. Because if we can throw some oil at a torch on the wall on their side, oh, that would be fun.
There's light coming from their side, but I don't know where the torches are
Yeah.
located.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right. Maybe we could
But
shot
somebody,
before
but
these.
somebody who's in, but somebody could get close enough invisibly to see, possibly.
Hmm.
Is that barricade something that we can see around? It's not really easy to tell on there.
You can't really. I mean, just in the sense you got to imagine, like, imagine that there's like a bunch of people crowded up in that area, like in a
Okay.
defensive position, and then there's those barrels and stuff too. So it's just really hard to see in that circumstance.
Okay.
Like, really, gotta just think about it. Like in reality, if you were looking at it, like, what could you really see? And there's guys, and like you see light, like as Doctrine described, but it's really hard to get a good lay of that room.
If we have a
Well,
flask
there's
of oil, though, we could make a Molotov cocktail.
Of
And
course.
there's-
At least one of these things.
I used my flask of oil outside that fucking door.
I have oil if we need it.
Because I mean, that'd be a real easy way to gain some surprise.
I'll give him my oil.
I sit back and light my pipe
Right.
and drink from my wineskin and pat off my bloodied hands, my sword. Rub the blood off it. Like.
You'll find your honor.
Aye, 3 moons on the hill beyond Noble.
I'll pass you my last healing potion. I say is like, let me try this door before all these mirror images run out. It's gonna last a while though. It should take some hits for me if they're throwing javelins.
Are you gonna
Also,
It's like, so I ready my wand,
I
hands
was
on the
at
door.
the front assault at Pomage. I have been taught how to roll upon my shield and to reduce the chance of incoming attack against me when I charge forward. Should you need me to draw some fire. Effectively,
Was
I
it-
can out of game tumble for -4 AC.
7 grey ashes look at you. It's like, I can.
Fucking Roland's a machine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to like open the door with my wand and just try and cast towards the largest grouping of people I see as they attack me.
Yeah, I mean, like you open the door and they're kind of distant to you, but you can start the lightning bolt essentially from. Well, does it shoot from the? No, you're casting the spell through the thing, so you're not actually shooting the
Yeah,
lightning
choose
bolt
the
out of the tip.
location.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see basically like the guy, like you peer out the window or the door as you push the door open, and there's there's like a bunch of guys kind of lined up right in there.
It's like what's the range on a lightning bolt? It's like
Long.
It's pretty far.
the
The range is certainly you can start it within whatever distance you need. It's not even a consideration. But in terms of how far to like bounce and go for, it's
10 feet wide and 40 feet long, or 5 feet wide and 80 feet long.
okay. What would you like to do? 10 feet
I'll probably
wide
do
and
like
40.
the 40 feet one. It'd be like that or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it'd be
Yeah,
10.
yeah,
It'd be
let's do that.
2 squares wide though,
Oh yeah, there's a option
right?
for that.
So like it would be Yeah, rather
10
yeah.
feet wide.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, so it's one is I can do one succeeds, two fails on the wand. What is that? Is that one? Yeah. Okay, cast lightning bolt. Let's go.
Ugh, Jesus Christ, you guys, this is awesome. So yeah, so you peer out the and you invoke you use the wand as a focal point to drive the wild magic energies to your will before you, and a lightning bolt bursts from just in front of them, cutting through their ranks. Go ahead and roll damage.
I love that.
1d6 per level.
Have you actually ever seen lightning strike somebody properly?
No.
The way it fucking is.
There's some
pretty
guy
bad.
that survived like 5 lightning strikes. Dude is fucked up.
I would never leave the house again.
It blows the fucking feet out, man.
Only 13. Wait, yeah, 13 damage.
All right.
It's ruthless. Wherever it touches to earth, that's gone. That just goes.
All right, so
Shreds.
you just hear the scream. Okay, so you like fire the bolt, like the lightning bolt out, and like you close the door again, or what do you do?
Yeah, I'll just close the door. I'm like,
All right, so like you just hear the muffled screams of the dying beyond as the unsuspecting, hard-working family men are brutally murdered by your lightning bolt. All they were doing was just relaxing at home, and you just destroyed their lives.
there's just
And
no
You can
jabbing
hear
on my
like
friends,
the
man.
screams beyond as pain and torment rips through these guards, crisping them before you.
Mhm.
As far as you know, I mean, that's all you know.
I guess we can open the door again.
I guess we can open the door again. All right, you open the door again,
You can make some
and
attacks.
you see
if
this
you-
like man, like he kind of staggers out in the middle of the room. He's covered. He's like, he was one of the guards, but he's covered in like burnt, crusty, crispy. Like one of his eyelids is like burned off, and his eye is all milky. He looks fucking horrible. Like he's
Mhm.
very close to death, and he just kind of staggers out, and he please
Shut.
spare me. Spare
Where's the
me.
priest?
He's in the room beyond.
I pick up the javelin that got thrown at me,
Uh-huh.
and I walk over to him and stab him in the face.
Wow.
Just nonchalantly. No hate, just
spare me.
I just the one that's
He looks-
stuck. I just walk
He
over.
looks you up in the eyes, like reaches for you, and
Just,
Okay, that was bad.
Marcus does not look favorably upon this action.
you said who doesn't look favorably upon this action?
Marcus.
Oh well.
You don't murder unarmed, surrendering individuals. That's just naughty.
This is
The
going on your
evil
permanent
deserve
record.
no consideration.
Everybody deserves a second chance.
And he can have it with his maker.
Grash, as you examine the room beyond, you can see that the chaos and devastation that your
Mhm.
lightning bolt has racked upon that room. Let me open this map up here, but you can see that this was, very clearly an area, sort of kind of a barracks, I guess, of sorts. In a way, there's these 8 beds, obviously these 8 guys, that are all dead now. And there was like a large like dining table as well. And the let's see here. And let's see here. The floor is covered with mosaic tiles. The paintings on the walls display scenes indicating that this room was meant for drinking and debauching. The weather for the
Debauchery.
clerics, of the temple or its guests remain uncertain. 8 double bunks are here. A long and well-made table in the middle of the room is flanked by long benches plus a chair at the end. At each end, cloaks on pegs are apparent, as are chests under the bunks. 3 barrels stand just inside the south door, 2 containing liquids and the other some lumpy objects. Several large smoked sausages hang from a rope tossed over a ceiling truss, now nice and crispy. A small cabinet between the bunks on the east wall holds dishes.
Crispy sausage.
Hmm.
I was really looking forward to some salami. I often mention sausage.
Now it's all
And then-
lightning
yeah.
bolted.
Oh,
Like take a bite of it and it's like What'd you like to do?
Mhm.
There's a door in the room beyond, of course, too, in the northeast corner of the room. A door which remains closed.
Shall we proceed? Chase this man to the end.
You continue?
I'm asking the group. It's like, shall we proceed? He
Let's
retreats
finish
to
this.
somewhere.
Let's finish this.
Okay. Okay, I'll take the lead. Move to the next door.
Oh my god, man.
aye, grey ash. As I finish my wine skin.
I'm going to put away my second axe, take out my shield. Surprise attack incoming, possibly.
Ready my wand again, and open the door.
Yeah, going to the door.
Crazy. Let's see, did I get all these guys here?
Let's get all the guys in here.
Just trying to make sure I get every one of them.
Only 2 dudes in there.
If I cast lightning bolts, I can do this 14 more times with this one.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But there's a chance for
That's-
failure. It's only
that's-
50-50, right? It's about 50-50.
Yeah, but one of
Yeah.
the failures is lightning bolt, and if I fail, it only uses up 1 charge, and that lightning bolt's better than mine.
It's so funny.
I
Silly.
failed to cast lightning bolt and cast lightning bolt.
But better.
Okay.
All right, you push the door open beyond, and you can see that the room is fairly opulent. That room that you see is fairly opulent.
And the door.
This is where the money is.
Is that right?
A chest. I see a chest on the map.
2 cressets illuminate this room. 2 cressets or cressets? Does anybody know how that's spelled?
Cressets.
I've never heard that word in my
Cressets.
life.
2
They're
cressets illuminate this room. The area is once lavishly decorated. 2 plush couches, a wardrobe, a small table with inlaid wood top, and 2 small padded armchairs remain. A large chest stands near the couch by the eastern wall. On the table are a few dented pewter dishes and some food. An unlit candle in a wooden candlestick stands atop the wardrobe. You take a moment to kind of glance at all of these things before concerning yourself more gravely with the 4 guards that are in this room. However, they don't seem particularly keen to engage. In fact, they're sort of backing away as you open the door, swords drawn, backing away towards yet another door in the northeastern edge. But they do seem prepared and ready to fight should you bring it.
Hmm.
It seems like people are a bit scared to deal with us at this point.
A little bit.
I mean, I think it's
I'll raise the wand to them and say, "Go, flee to your master." And then as they leave and crawl into the hallway, I'll cast lightning bolt into the hallway.
Through the
Once they've
door.
opened the door. Yeah.
They
So
all
just
kind
go,
of
like-
look at each other and seem to have this like moment of debate, like like silent debate between them. But rather than giving into your demands, they set their jaws and stalk forward. Let's go through
Yeah.
declarations.
I shouldn't have told you my plan.
All right. So,
I mean, I rolled a
Yeah.
morale check and they
so,
failed.
so,
They made
so
it,
how many are there?
4.
4.
So there's 4
Four.
guys, and what are they all? And what's the description? They all like warriors or-
Chainmail, like the sort of standard guards that like
Okay.
lower end guards that you've been fighting.
I gotcha.
Hmm. Okay. I will.
Using long swords.
I'll be
Yep.
casting a
Can I
normal
step in?
spell.
Can I step in
Yes,
the
we're doing
door first
initiative-
and go,
initiative?
you asked for it?
You ask for it. All right, so Tarkus is going into combat. So what is Grey Ash doing? He opened the door because apparently
I'll
Ash
cast a
opened-
spell.
Gonna cast a spell.
Normal
What about
spell.
what about Roland?
Drink.
Drink. Tuckdrin,
I'm attacking.
and finally JB.
Sneaking in, invisible, looking for someone that I can backstab.
Right.
Mhm.
You start to edge your way around the.
We get Roland to roll, being as he's sat there getting drunk.
Yeah, Chris, go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiativities. 1 sec. D10.
Just sat in a corner getting drunk.
6.
6.
6.
Okay.
12 for me.
All right.
7 for me.
Go ahead, 7.
7. Okay. Wild Surge.
Magic missile, I guess.
Sleep. don't know.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Under 6 hit dice don't even get a
Okay.
save, do they?
9.
4. I think ogre's the biggest hit dice you can hit
4. You're right. You're right.
with,
It's
the,
4.
with the sleep. Sorry.
No, thank you. You don't need to apologize for that stuff. We're all working together on this game. Nobody's a rules lawyer.
Mhm.
Everybody's doing a good job helping out when we need it.
Sleep effects 2d4 hit dice of monsters. Monsters 4+3 hit dice or more unaffected.
Okay.
That's it. There's no save.
All right. 2d4 hit dice. All right. You can see like they kind of start marching forward, and like first like the one kind of like farthest back, like you can see him like, and he kind of like takes a few steps and staggers and stumbles and falls, and then like the next one falls, and like a third one falls, and only the one at the front remains.
Mhm.
And he thinks he has 3 guys at his back. So he's like walking up and he's got his like sword raised and he's getting ready to charge up, and he looks back and he sees like there's nobody behind him. All right, so that was at 7, 8, 9, 10,
What did we roll?
6 on the die, right?
Okay. 9.
Yes.
Drink.
9. It quenches your thirst. 10, 11, 12.
Tarkus.
All right.
I'm gonna step in and just swing for him.
Okay. He goes on 12 as well, so
Okay.
we'll say you guys meet
Simultaneous
toe-to-toe.
combat. Oh my.
That's a
There's like some poor level 1 card.
How'd
that
you do?
Did not sign
Fumble.
up for this.
Huh?
I fumbled.
Oh God, you dropped your weapon, huh?
Yeah.
He
Ah,
only hits AC 4 though. What's your AC?
2 with shield.
All right. So he comes in with a sword. You deflect away his weapon with your shield as he does, and as you do, your weapon, your sword slips from your hand, falls to the ground. You still have your shield in hand, and you did deflect his blow away, but he remains standing. That was, what was that at? 9, 10, 11,
That was 12.
12, 13?
13.
Oh.
I'll step up and swing. Ooh, I don't think I hit. 8 plus 12. AC 4. Are we blessed or not blessed?
Not blessed.
Not blessed, but
Not
AC
blessed.
4
Eight.
is what you needed.
Oh, nice. Ooh, max.
Yeah, you can't not kill him.
Yeah. So
you step
15.
up and just whack off his head. He falls to the ground. What would you like to do next?
I just look over at Tarkus and say, "Okay, Tarkus, do we tie up the others or do we behead them?"
Tie them up,
Behead,
and I'll produce some binding
behead.
fiber from my bag.
And I leave him to it. And I want to go over to the other door and get near it. Because, I mean, that's going to be my movement, so.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody else... JB... Does JB still have actions?
I was
Yeah,
just
he
assessing
was-
the situation, but
You're invisible right now.
yeah.
Would you like to do anything? You haven't taken an action this round.
Hmm.
Ooh, listen at the door.
Ooh. I'm trying to
Detect
pronounce.
noise.
You could do that.
Yeah, we're gonna detect noise at the door.
What's your
That is a
chance?
Good plan.
It's like 60 or something like that. Does that sound about right?
They're all pretty good
Mhm.
nowadays. Detect noise is 55.
Okay, you don't hear the important noise.
You do not hear the young dragon breathing
Uh-huh.
around the door.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You don't hear the beholder.
Yeah, I know.
You don't hear anything. You put your ear to the door, and there's just there's a lot still. There's still noise or for your companions, everything. You can't hear anything
Yeah.
through the thick wood of the door, of the banded wooden door.
All right. Can I still take an action, or was that my action?
That's your action.
Okay.
All right. So, like, we're technically out of combat. We're not in initiative right now, so you can discuss what you would like to do once more. I know we're at the
Okay.
time, but I want to do one more little thing before we finish up for the night.
The thing.
We'll finish tying everybody up, boot the door open.
Yeah.
Boot it
I'll say,
open.
before you do, I'll be like, I have one spell that will, if we do get in trouble and need to flee this place, I can make us all invisible for a short while. It should hopefully allow us to escape. We don't know what's behind us. We're far into this place. We don't know what's in front of us either. If you fight while invisible, you will stop being so. So if I cast it, it is to flee.
Very well.
I look to Roland as I'm saying that. Okay.
Dude's chilling, drunk.
Yeah.
He's relaxing, enjoying himself. All right,
In a
so
hard-fought battle, he deserves a relax.
Mm-hmm. I'd say that Roland, drink that potion I gave you, proud warrior, and move on to the next door.
you're at the door. Yeah, I mean, and Tucktrin is standing right there as well. He looks ready to
Yeah.
go, and JB is too, but he's essentially invisible to everybody. So
I side eye the chest next to us, ready my wand again,
It's a,
and play what's behind door number 27.
all right, so you try to open the door.
I'll just
Yeah.
boot it open.
You're
Okay.
gonna boot it open. Okay, roll an open doors check. D20.
No, that's a 19. That's an epic fail.
When you
I only
kick
needed
it,
a 12. Well, under a 12. Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
the door does not budge.
By the handle.
I necked that potion, by the way.
Okay.
You try the
Really?
handle.
A lot.
Is it a
Yeah.
potion of healing?
Yeah, it's the one from the wizard.
Regular potion of healing, so 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, I'll try the handle.
All right, the handle depresses. It's not locked, but there's something like blocking the
Oh.
door. You think? Like you like
Seven.
push it, and you
Six.
can tell like it's not locked because the door, like you push the handle and it depresses, but like there's something.
Tuckdrin, give me a hand with this. Let's push it open.
All right. Now keep in mind, you still have increased strength.
Yeah, that's what I was rolling for.
So all right, we'll go for it.
Mhm.
All right,
18,
go just
20.
roll a d20 for me, Dom.
I rolled a 19. That's probably bad.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So even amongst the two of you, you're like, ugh, we're stuck.
What are you doing? So
Like slurring slightly.
if I'm tipsy, do I get plus 10 percentage points?
There a
You want-
keyhole.
I look at JB. That's your thing, isn't it? That's your.
Yeah, sure. There's a keyhole.
I put the wand in the keyhole and cast lightning bolt.
You motherfucker.
There you go.
He said yes.
I support that.
You know what? I don't blame good play. I'm not mad at it. It's not a competition. I think it's awesome.
Okay.
All right, so you put the
The tip of the wand into the hole and just
just the
well,
tip.
hopefully just the tip. So one success, 2 failure.
Would that
See?
actually work? Would you need a clear hole, a portal?
What? It's a
I mean,
it's
you
a
could look
random
to it.
effect.
I fucking wouldn't let you do that.
You wouldn't let him do that?
No, I fucking wouldn't. But like, I'm just a git. Sorry.
I mean, it's a hole,
Well,
right? I mean, let's
If you
hold
can
on.
see through it,
Let's
if you
just
can
think about this, like
if-
a
I don't need to see.
medieval style door, right? Lock. It's a hole you can see through, right? You can see through the hole, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining like one of those like keyhole shaped
Yeah, it'd be
things.
Yeah.
a
Well,
lever. It'd be a
even if I
lever, so
couldn't have
it'd be
casted lightning bolt,
You
it's
have to
casting
rule Bob
effect
all the
anyway.
time.
I think they're actually, if it's described at the beginning, they're technically rings. I was describing it as a lever, but like it's a ring pull that you turn, that you turn the ring. But there is a door lock, so there's the hole there. I'm gonna say, I think you could. You can see through it.
Hey,
What
there you
happened?
go then.
Did you fail?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I did fail. The effect is fireball as wand.
Okay.
A
So what
lightning
does the
bolt
wand
today,
of fireball do?
I'm round that corner drinking, so it ain't gonna blow me off.
Maybe this is a door between me and this fireball.
Isn't it gonna explode on the door?
Depends
that you
how
just-
deep your tip
On the-
goes.
And then the other side.
Yeah, it's gonna be the other side of the door, and it's gonna expand all the way down that hallway as fireballs do.
What's the size of the fireball? Let's work this out.
It's as wand, so it's whatever the wand of fireballs
They're
does.
huge cubic volume, man.
It,
There's, like,
isn't it
other
like
ones that,
90?
like,
Isn't it
different
like a
effects.
90-foot diameter or some
It's
BS like that?
fucking nuke. Oh man. it's
All
funny.
right, let's see here. Fourth, a pea-sized sphere that streaks out
Yeah.
to the desired range that
Yeah.
fits perfectly. That could go through a pea size. Could definitely
Yeah.
go through the key.
It would go. It goes. Then-
Desired range and burst into a fiery violet-red blast, just like fireball spell. The initial modifier is +2,
Yeah.
spans 2 charges. The fireball inflicts 66 points of damage, but
Yeah.
all ones are counted as 2s.
Yeah, lovely.
So go ahead and roll that for me, David. 66 all ones counts as 2s.
A minimum 12 damage.
People think it's like a ball of fire, but it isn't. It's like a little pea. And it just goes beep, 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 magically, and then
What streaks of desired range?
atomic explosion. And
That is
that's more realistic
15.
than lightning
I rolled
bolts.
so many 2s. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled 5 2s and a 5.
Yahtzee. Yahtzee.
So 15
Literally
points of
all-
damage.
Yeah,
Hold on a
Spot
sec.
the player.
that's like that's almost the worst I could have rolled. It's so funny.
Okay.
Well, that's wild magic for you, isn't it?
So we went from lightning bolt to fireball to lukewarm ball. Got it.
All right, so that being said, and this was okay. You place the wand, and Gray Ash places the wand's tip into the keyhole at the door to the north, and you just hear this whooshing sound, and then there is this huge explosion, and the door bursts out. In fact, Grash, you take 3 points of damage as the door like explodes on you. Grash is like thrown back, and everybody sees the door open. And like as the door opens with this explosion, like you see like an arm go spinning through the air, like on the outside, and then like an ear, like like slats up against like Tutrin's armor, and like you look down at your feet, like there's fingers, it's like there's pieces of body like exploded everywhere. And then, but you see beyond as like the explosion of fireball, kind of quickly dissipates, but there's still many things that are on fire. The room beyond, you can see within, walking through the smoky shadows.
A giant.
Stepping into the room is the priest that you have been chasing for so long. Aside him is a warrior wearing full plate armor, black full plate armor all the way, and the only decoration whatsoever is right in the middle of his breastplate, where there is like a brownish, like I would say call it bronze actually, because it's sort of a metallic looking triangular shape. The inside of it is also black, but it's like more of like an enamel, like so a shimmering black, where the rest is more of this like matte black. So you can see this symbol almost emerge from the darkness.
Religion?
And yeah, it's the you can make a religion check if you like. Go ahead and roll.
We've seen that symbol before.
Yeah, you've seen it before. Actually, you all know it's the symbol of Earth.
Yeah, it was upstairs next to the fucking altar.
And so, and next to him is that brown robed wizard, brown robed cleric, and another brown robed priest as well, who's following closely in his footsteps. And the man says, "My name is Romag. I worship the earth. Now it is time for you to die." And he raises his mace into the air. The black,
like Chromag.
The black armored figure pulls from over his shoulders a massive battle axe, and they step towards you, ready for combat. And we'll stop right there.
Somebody go and wake up Roland.
Good game, guys. That was fun. This has been an interesting thing. This is kind of like it's
definitely how it's supposed to go, right? Like this is exactly what I want to happen.
So in the no spoilers here, but Chris I knows this. They in the very beginning of the module, they describe because this was an actual adventure module that was run by, I think it was by Gygax, right? Or by a Mentzer or something like that. And so there was a character named Robilar. You might have heard of Robilar from, like, he's a sort of a famous old school D&D character. And this character Robilar, goes into the Temple of Elemental Evil and just like ignores everything essentially and just goes straight in and like fights everything. And the module isn't really designed for you to do that, but you can. There's lots of ways you can do things. It's like, it's not a railroad. You can do it how you want to do it. But you guys had been pretty careful and calculated for the most part. So this has been a sort of an interesting experience. I look forward to next session when we get to see if you manage to have enough resources to be able to take on the two most difficult combatants that are in this particular section of the dungeon. So anyway, great game, guys.
Yeah.
Can you guys play next week? Can folks play next week?
Let me see.
I'm always
I should.
available.
Great game.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I
the
don't
fish.
see why not.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Should be
I'd
able to.
love to not have to wait another week so we can, wait too long so we can
Yeah.
see what happens here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys. Did I give you guys any hit dice last time?
You know, you told us we weren't going to get anything last time. We were going to get it all this time.
Yeah. Well, I'm unfortunately gonna screw you guys over one more time because you're in the midst of this still. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait until after this battle, and then you'll get a huge, massive chunk of XP.
Or
I just
death.
think that makes sense. But of course, you can give yourself the XP for your proficiencies, spell casting, that kind of stuff. But we'll do all
Well,
the.
that's why that was still there.
Hmm?
I've been out of
I
spell.
normally
I've
keep
been
a
out of
counter
spell.
for my spell cast, but I hadn't removed it. And I wasn't sure why I hadn't removed
I ran out
it.
of spells middle of last game.
I thought so.
Yeah, I have nothing. I have 2 daily uses of command left, and that's it. I've got nothing.
I
guys,
have
you guys
been
have.
very carefully holding on to spells because
Yeah,
somebody has to keep everybody alive.
Right.
I mean, it's
I've been doing my
it's
thing
that,
and blasting
it's
it
that
through all
knife's
my
edge,
stuff.
right? It's the knife's
Right.
edge. You want to walk along because if you do, it's fucking amazing. But like,
Well,
it's also
I had to use healing last time, and it was just like, all right, because I just had all those bad rolls, just got my ass kicked. So like, all right, well. So now
I could see you guys kicking these guys' asses next time, but I could also see a TPK. So
it could happen. It could happen.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next week. Hey, if anybody is out there watching, I know we're just recording this, but we'll put this up there. But you should like and subscribe. Nobody likes and subscribes, even though they watch this shit. I don't know why.
That's just
Fucking
YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Right. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, if they like and subscribe and they get in the conversation, maybe one day they get on the game. You never know.
It's happened before. There's a guy
Right.
that's been real involved in the comments and stuff like that. So he's
Well, we know who it isn't.
it's not fucking Frank. We know that.
No.
No. Frank is sitting there at home. He's like
We haven't forgot about you, Frank.
Yeah, no, Frank, fuck you still, dude. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Great game, and can't wait till next week. I'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
Later.
All right, take care, everybody.
Peace.